We're back in Mythic Odyssey of Theros. And for those that have joined in our, or at least the new starting screen, I do need to immediately thank Scott for that animation because it's gorgeous and full of personality.
Absolutely. This game has been so fun. Everybody's characters are so great. I could not resist.
Yeah, that's a delightful little thing to sit and watch bounce while we all prep and get ready for the game. So, it was an exciting game last week. What do you remember from it? What horrible things did you do?
And be specific.
Yeah, and be
Satyr.
specific.
Listen. Okay, me
The
and Zolk,
Mythic.
we snuck off in the night
A satyr with
with
only
a
two
serious
legs.
plan. A serious plan. And it turned out Zolk both didn't know what a satyr was or what he wanted to do to the satyr. So in sneaking off with him, Sogeg, being the responsible one, just dealt with the situation. I cleaned it up for Zolk, and I was cursed as a result.
As you cleaned it up in a cruel and merciless way. But that wasn't the only thing that was happening at this swamp where you dragged the satyr to. Scott was searching for some new gifts, or at least new and interesting items to put into her shirt bag thing, which I'm sure concerned you because you managed to fit a size large creature in there.
Yes.
I'm just worried about how the hell she's gonna get it out. Because surely it's gonna stick to her hand, and then it's just gonna be like, yeah.
I didn't think it through that far.
If a phrase that could sum up the entirety of this campaign so far.
Theros. I didn't think it through that far.
I can lend you a javelin if you want to pick things out at a distance. Just like poke a thing and then drag it out.
I mean, you've already got half of one because it's your cooking utensils.
Never have too many javelins.
So, after coming back from, as you said, cleaning up the satyr, what did you do?
Shook my head vigorously at Zolk. Dios did useful things.
Yes. Dios paid attention to the story.
I went and beat up the mayor.
It's a very successful
Indeed you
beating up.
did. You went and beat up the mayor.
Sogeg healed Neil
Indeed.
from his illness.
So, Nadrin was
kind.
able to fully tame Neil, the eelhound. And although you let him rest in water overnight, he did get sick from it, but Sogeg did use some lay on hands to remove that disease. Although Nadrin, you're still feeling a little bit queasy, although no effects as of this moment in time. As this was happening, Dios, you were interrogating the mayor. Not really getting a lot of information out of him other than he doesn't seem to really care about what's happening to his village and was very quick to bribe you to stop asking questions.
Which I promptly shot him down and threw him into the wall.
Over and over and over and over again. From there, you asked around a couple of the people of what was going on, but didn't really find any leads. So I believe Dios, you cast Detect Magic and started searching for where you found a secret stash of treasure and magic items within the mayor's home. It was about 2,000 gold coins worth of treasure, as well as a handful of gemstones, and a bunch of weird small magic items, including some magical tattoos, some dragon's blood, the spice pouch, random herbs, that kind of thing. You didn't take any of the cash, though, which I'm very impressed at that restraint. But you did take all of the magic items and one ruby worth 50 gold pieces.
Yep, that's all I wanted.
From there, Dios, you continued searching with Detect Magic, and you detected illusion and enchantment magic from within a boarded up building, surrounded by thuggish individuals, to which you asked for entry and they promptly refused. So you've asked for entry at the other entrance, which they promptly refused. So you decided to try and kick the door in. And we are a good couple of rounds into that combat now. So,
I vaporized like 4 dudes
you
as
certainly did vaporize 4
Shined
dudes.
a very mean flashlight into the door.
The last thing that you
Extremely mean.
remember, I believe, was clearly the leader of this group drinking definitely a potion of something, and very much changing in personality, going from kind of slumping and not really caring to, for want of a better term, wired. So, unless there's anything I have missed, Nadrin, you're first in the order.
I am. Give me a second to just close the sheer amount of tabs I've got open.
So you
Because
can
I'm
either
trying to
choose for
sort
Nadrin to go first or Neil. Neil can only move up to half his speed because he is
I
still at
think
2 levels of
Neil
exhaustion.
is being held in Skutz's arms right now.
Is he still being held or did you drop him?
No, I've got him under one arm.
Okay, then he's currently being held. He can wriggle out if he wants to.
He can stay there for now.
Also,
He'll be
did you pick his ability?
Yeah, I'm trying to add it in now. I've got most of the way through it. Guiding Spittle, by the way.
You're going for Guiding Spittle.
Ooh.
Oh, I like Volatile Ooze. That was what I was.
I did like Volatile Ooze, but I just like to Guiding Spittle a lot. I like all of them, honestly. They're all great.
They were good fun.
Where exactly did I leave myself? Oh, lower down on the screen. I'm doing well today. So... 35, 40. I believe I can move 40 feet now.
You certainly can, but if you stand still, you might start sliding away. So.
Yeah, I can't see skirts.
She is up here, right next to Neil.
So... we are going to... I think I'm going to cast... No, I'm going to move first, and I can move to here with my movement. And then I'm going to...
So you wouldn't be able to see inside the building at this point. So in front of Dios is a half smashed in door. But because of how it's been smashed in, it needs to either continue to be smashed to break all the way inside, or if you can line it up properly, you can cast things through it, but it would be casting through cover.
I ignore 1/2 and 3/4 cover.
Well, that's concerning.
I mean, water goes through gas, you know.
I've got Spell Sniper.
Of course you do.
Blame Mine for this.
What have I done?
Because you used it, which made me know about it.
Oh, those are Favius.
And I am going to cast Magic Missile at him.
Okay. You would have ignored cover anyway, because they automatically hit.
Do I have to roll
Yeah.
more thingies?
It depends on what level you're casting it at.
1.
So you'd roll 2 more times.
Ooh, good rolls.
3. Oh, that was a bad roll.
Bad roll.
It's
Take it back.
still a solid 11 damage.
And I'm gonna
And you can let the
use
wind
my bonus
carry it
action
away.
to wee over here.
Okay. So you've gone away. Neil doing anything trapped in Scuts' sweet embrace?
I think that Neil is just kind of gonna look up at her, kind of limp still, and just kind of stay there.
Oh, that does remind me. As you've not been here in a while, I will put Bennett in there. Bennett, can I get you to roll initiative?
You're
Sorry
so
about that.
quiet. We
I
forgot.
still think it was Bennett who's behind all this, I'll be honest. There's been a lot of death happening recently.
As you return
Suspicious
to
ghost
material
humans.
form, and I hope you don't roll higher than a 22, because otherwise you would have gone before then. But whoops.
The satyr wasn't our fault. We just thought, what would Bennett do?
There I am.
Bennett, it's getting out of hand. We need your help.
Come and make an
We've gone too
entrance.
far.
There we go. Well, it's your turn. Fantastic. Good roll.
Very nice.
Right. Okay.
So yeah, I'll put you up there.
Right.
as you-
I have no idea what's going on. So who is evil? Who's not?
so the people you vaguely recognise are currently stabbing people inside a building. Everyone else that you can see doesn't really seem to care. The two people here are very clearly guards, armed to the teeth, but they aren't intervening whatsoever. They don't care.
Right. Okay.
They are our mortal enemies.
Right. Well, for now then. I'll just move to there for now. Just get myself a bit closer to the fray. And yeah.
Well,
That'll be
I
it.
mean, you can dash as a bonus action. You are a rogue.
In that case, I'll move a bit further.
Being bougie.
Just get next to my best bud here. And then stay there.
Okay. Well, it's this guy who is going to step to about there. And then again try and beam Dios with a rock.
Don't bean the cap.
So it's an 18. You are adding 2 to your AC because it's going through cover.
That is my AC.
So then 4 piercing damage. Or it should actually be 4 bludgeoning damage. As a
Sharp
rock
rock.
pelts into you. Yeah, it's a very sharp rock. It's pointed.
Uncool, man. Uncool.
I mean, you did melt some of his friends directly in front of him, so...
There is no evidence of this.
True, the dust is blown away by this point. Okay, that's going to be him. So, Sogeg.
Mid Mogis Warcry, seeing the sudden materialization of our deathly friend Bennett, I will just shout out, Bennett, this is my best friend Frankos. If you touch him, you are dead.
The greatest
You must be
NPC I
protected
have
at
ever
all
made.
costs.
Bennett
As
just
I
gives
am
a thumbs up.
breathe a sigh of relief as I go to the door,
So yeah,
I'm
the door's still
brandishing-
shut.
brandishing my seal of rights. I will shout out, "Open this door in the name of Sogeg," and I'm going to stab at it with my my stinger. Although I am also going to be using my Eldritch Maul bonus action to empower my stinger, as I'm going to try and break the door with my tail.
So you do an extra 1d6 force damage.
Come on, tail. Ba-bam.
Do you want to roll an
Baboosh.
extra? Yeah. Oh, fantastic. So...
I'm hoping it should be at a 25-foot range. I'm hoping my tail will pierce the other wall.
I'm going to let them make a strength check to see if they can... Because they're currently bracing against the other end of the door.
They think they
No,
can
that's
brace
not
my
going to be
rage.
enough. As you essentially sting through the door into this guy and then push everything back as the entire door splinters.
I poke my head in.
So he's not going to take any damage from being hit by it because most of your tail was stuck in the door, but you have knocked him back a little bit.
I'm guessing I can't squeeze in there, can I? I will move to an okay position. Actually, I will move to a
I
non-cowardly
mean, you can poke
position.
through the door, but
I mean, I try and hello, as I will just scream in this knave's face and just say, "Pogeg, sick 'em!"
okay.
As Pogeg's going to slither.
What's your passive perception?
My pass 9.
Okay, never mind. So yeah, you
My
poke your head
helmet's
in,
very closed.
but yeah, you can't fit there. you would have to squish back.
I poke my head in
poke
and just
Pogeg
say, "Pogeg, sick 'em!" Jumping out, I'll let Pogeg slither his way in. As Pogeg is going to do something mean, I think. Perhaps. That's kind of the old classic. A bite and a bite.
Okay. He bites him the first time, and you watch
down his eyes.
in a mix of horror and genuine awe as you watch Pogeg swallow this guy whole.
Oh, I wipe a tear from my eye. It's beautiful. I'd say that Pogeg just sort of nestles in the blood, but Pogeg just sort of curls up in a sort of bloodly little blood pool and just sort of bathes in the basks in the glory.
So he is making sure to soak his faces in the blood. Okay.
And
He can,
as
he can
Pogeg does
reset the
that,
counter of his red cap.
so I can go 5 more feet, and I'll spring up to here. Haha! I'll end my successful turn.
Okay. Definitely a successful turn. This bandit is going to throw a rock at the Pogeg.
Oh, you fool! Only makes me angrier.
18
That
to
is a
hit,
hit.
doing 2 bludgeoning damage as he hits him in the face with a rock. But he's also
Very
slowly
rude.
backing away from the 2-headed snake that just swallowed one of his friends.
He's not impressed by my shiny red hat.
Okay, Zolk.
Now, if I recall from last time, I had branding smite. Does that only work for the first attack used with it?
It's
Yeah,
the
just
next
the
time
next-
you hit
yeah.
something, yeah.
Alright. So, 20, 10... Oh, fucking hell, I can't get close enough. I can get here.
Zolk, that's not close enough.
I mean,
You
Can you not
fool.
run diagonally
could you not
across?
go to there
I
and
feel
then
like
to
you could,
there?
yeah.
Yeah, I could actually.
Trigonometry.
Jesus.
Maths
Well,
hasn't
I
been
was
invented in
assuming the
Theros,
barrel-
okay?
How
I
many
was
legs does a
assuming the
satyr
barrels
have?
would be-
Does Zolk only have 2 legs, or is he actually a spider?
Alright.
Believe in the crit.
I mean, you did the previous term bisect a guy, so
Yeah. I'm trying to see if this would hit more than one thing, though. I'm hoping. Would So you'll see Zolt kind of look a little unhappy with his stomach, and he's just going to throw up on the person in front of him
okay.
as we cast Ray of Sickness.
Well, that's a natural one. So you just stand in front of him and just puke onto your feet. And he's like, he's just watched his friend be swallowed whole, and then a rat's running and vomited in front of him. He's like, "It's a
What is
weird
happening?"
day today."
Established dominance.
Okay. Anything else?
No.
Power move. I like it. Dios.
Not a huge amount I can do here. I'm going to just continue to kick the door in.
Okay, you're gonna kick the door.
Knock, knock.
Give it a mighty boot.
That's good. I'll just use my claws as a...
Ooh. Okay.
Couldn't actually use my claws, but
Yeah, you
that's just a hit.
in rage at being hit in the face with a rock. You just start scratching at the door like a cat desperate to be fed. But since the door was already pretty heavily damaged and it's had quite a few weapons thrown through it, yes, you do manage to rip free the last bits of the door.
Here's Dios.
It was weakened by your flashlight.
Certainly was.
Anything
I don't
else?
have a huge amount I can do with my my bonus action. Let's see. I should have spent this time actually reading what I can still do. Oh, I know what I can do. I will. They're all within 10 feet of me. At least these two are. I will roar at them.
Okay.
'Cause
Did you not use your roar to intimidate the noble?
I did. Yes, you're correct. Damn, I forgot about
Why is
that.
Dios meowing in the distance?
It's mewling.
It's very intimidating.
Okay. Perhaps not.
Oh, anything you want to do?
I don't think there's anything else I can do other than that.
Okay.
Unless bless is a
I
is a bonus
think.
action.
Are you not already blessed?
Hey, so
I'm
good.
not.
So good, bro. How's it going? What's up? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just back off
Okay.
and step aside to let someone walk through the door if they need.
Okay. Scuds, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Who needs doors? All right.
door. You door.
Neil, underarm. Scuts is just going to run about this far to the entrance, and she's gonna drop him so he's
Okay.
he's close enough to keep an eye on, but
Is
not
she
in the
placing
shit.
him down or just dropping him?
Dropping him as gently as she can without
So to actually
stopping her
place him
movement.
gently down would be
Is
taking an action to do so. Just dropping him is a free action because you're just letting go and hoping for the
Will it
best.
hurt him?
You'd find out.
All right. Well, I'm gonna miss out on the whole fight. I'm going to drop him a little bit haphazardly because Scuts is having some
Okay.
FOMO.
I
I
need
think they're.
I need
the end of
Neil
my
to
turn,
make
but-
an agility check at disadvantage because he's exhausted.
Is that Dex?
That's
'Cause he doesn't
dexterity, yeah,
have it. Okay, disadvantage.
at disadvantage.
Ooh.
Okay, he lands on his feet. So no issues from Neil. He does land. He's only been dropped a couple of feet, so it's not too bad.
It's fine.
Wait, what's up? No.
Oh, hold on. You're not muted. That's if you're not
Do I
talking
want
to
what?
us.
It's the middle of my combat turn. Oh, my-
Dios has gone crazy. She's speaking to the sky.
all right, and then
Voices coming out of the bags.
It's the elf.
It's the elf.
all right, we will use the granny stick against the wall.
Oh god. Okay.
Aw.
Oh.
Oh, so that's not gonna hit mainly because so you don't get as good a hit as you would typically expect to do against a wall, so you don't quite hit a soft enough area to break through. But where you did manage to hit, there is now a serious dent. You've essentially put a tree stump sized hole in the wall. It's not a full door, but you've definitely let some new light in. Let's put it that way.
Okay. And then as a bonus action, she's gonna get just real pissed because I probably should have done that already.
Yeah, that might have helped. I mean, you could have
We had to
recklessly
set
attacked
Neil
with that
down
as well.
first.
So
Yeah. All right. Lessons learned.
So if you're raging, I need you to roll on your wild magic surge.
Oh God, Neil!
Or eelhound.
Oh, there we go.
Ooh.
Okay.
So you teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space that you can see. Until your rage ends, you can use this effect as on each of your turns as a bonus action. So, holy shit, that's a really good one.
That's amazing.
So
Can I see through the hole I just made?
you can see through the hole you just made, yes.
Yes.
Sick. That's so cool.
Is that an instantaneous effect, or is that something?
That's instantaneous. So
no,
this
bonus
happens
action.
now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, it does.
So
All
right now you teleport up to. So right now you have to teleport up to 30 feet, and then on each of your turns afterwards, it could be if you want to as a bonus action.
Cool. Got so mad I squeezed through the hole I made. Got it.
Yes, you screamed so hard, reality itself changed around you, and you ended up somewhere else.
Okay, and that is the end of my turn.
Okay, it is the boss's turn, and he's just gonna stagger on out, whip out his pair of Copus. Is it Copus? I think it is Copus. And he's just gonna start blending. So
Hey, what's up?
3 of these are going against Bennett, and 3 are going against Diaz. Scott's still not muted.
That would be interesting. I'm not.
Nope, you're not muted.
Nope.
My microphone is flashing. What fucking microphone am I coming through?
I mean, you sound like you're
Bye.
coming through your Yeti, but
I should. Well, I don't know what's happening. What? Angry.
well, we will sort you out a proper microphone. Anyway, the guy's going to start stabbing Super Speed. So these first ones are going against Bennett. So
I like you said the first ones were 3 against Bennett.
yes.
That sounds
I do taste it.
concerning. Oh, it's okay.
Yeah, I think you've clicked that he drank a potion of speed. So
Right, one of them hits.
the 21 to hit is a 6 slashing damage.
You
And
should
the others
slow
will
down.
miss. And then the other 3 are going against Diaz. So a 13, 17, and a crit.
13 misses, the 17 misses, and as he attacks for the crit, a flash of light erupts from Dios, and he has to reroll.
Making it a
That would-
16. So
That would still hit, but it's not a crit.
it's not a crit, so 8 slashing.
So it's 8 and 8, so 16. Cool.
Okay. What should I say? What's Pogeg's senses? What? How does he see the world?
Hogeg, one head, more snake-like, sort of, probes the air with his tongue, sniffing it out. The other one just has a red cap hat on it, so lives life as a red cap does, and just looks for blood.
Okay, let's rephrase this then. What's his passive perception or
14.
types of viewing? Does he have?
It's 14 pass perception and 10 feet of blind sight.
Okay. Well, that would help because I'll just need to check.
Don't like this.
He knows that there's somebody in the corner. There's someone invisible
Oh.
in the corner. But they're not there anymore because he's run the fuck away. He ran out the door.
Okay.
All right.
I can speak to Sogeg, so Sogeg would...
Uh,
Does Sogeg shout out this information?
he would be able to at this point.
Yeah.
But unless you've got a reaction that you could use to
I
stop him.
don't, but I will shout out at the top of my lungs. Someone's just ran out the door.
Okay, Nadrin.
Okay. Can Neil see through the hole that Scott's made? Just curious about that?
You'd be able to see through it, yeah. You wouldn't be able to fit through it, but you can see through it.
Okay. So he can see what's going on. Can he see any enemies? I don't
Not from
know.
where he is now.
If he moves to the hole, would he be able to see?
No, because essentially the hole's in. Basically, this piece of wall here isn't there.
Okay.
Essentially,
Okay.
so
He can still only move 15 foot, I believe. So he's gonna want to plod himself along.
So Gig just lowers down on his claws and sort of does that dog thing where you go, oh, could be here, Neil.
Yeah, he's just gonna stare at
Precious.
you, unimpressed.
I mean, if he wants to, he's got his new ability.
Can he see?
Oh no, he
anything?
can't because he's got levels of exhaustion from being dehydrated.
He can't see anything, can he?
I mean,
Because he can't.
he can still just start
move.
lighting things up because it would look pretty.
Ooh.
But no, he can't because he needs to actually have rested in water for long enough to get rid of his exhaustion.
Yeah. So I think we're gonna move to me.
Yes.
Just leave him standing there looking
yes.
tired. And I am going to use. That's not the one I thought it was. Okay. I am going to use Chaos Bolt. I haven't used it yet.
Okay.
On this guy.
On the captain.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you weren't fucking about with that one. So that,
Oh my god.
that sample would be a. So, 60. So that's
7.
22 on that one. So it'd be 40 points of
just
damage.
happened?
Okay.
And I get to choose the damage type,
Oh no.
right?
So on a hit, so you choose one of the d8s. So you could either choose 8 or 7. So it could either be psychic or thunder damage. If you rolled the same number on both d8s, you can it then bounces to somebody else.
Yeah.
But you almost did.
Let's go for thunder.
Okay. You hear a thunderous crack as whatever the shape your chaos would take slams into the captain, who's too sped out and focused on Bennett and Diaz to even have noticed Nadrin. So this wall of chaos smacks him in the face for 40 points of damage. Because that's 16 plus 6 plus 18, so yeah, that'd be 40 points. God.
That did more than I expected it would.
And you got a crit. That's a level 1 spell. Well done.
Yeah. I won't use my bonus action to yeet me backwards, but I'll use my movement to move across one.
Okay. Impressively done.
That's me.
Okay. Bennett.
Right. He's gonna stay where he is, but obviously he felt that blade stick in his arm or something, and
Yeah, to catch him.
And he weren't happy about that. So he's gonna stab back at this guy, and so because he's within 5 feet of Dios, I get a sneak attack bonus on this.
Indeed you do.
There's no advantage or anything like that, but
no. But you
go
would...
for it. Oh wait,
yeah,
was it asking me if I want to whisper it or not?
Oh yeah, it changed that.
Oh, it was
setting
doing
for
that
everybody.
last week.
Yeah.
Okay, right. So I want everybody to see this.
You do.
Okay. So Okay, so you see, you focus your Xiphos, you sort of study him as he's paying attention to both you and Dios, and you wait for the perfect moment to thrust forward. Him moving so quickly and being quite skilled, he does try to get one of his swords in between, but it is a fraction of a second too late, and you catch him in the throat.
Exactly what I wanted to do.
Then it's come back. Wasn't it?
He used both the bonus from haste for his armor class and parry, but you still met his armor class, so you still got through it.
Very nice.
Nice. And then, yeah, after killing him, Bennett's going to scoot across this way, so he's just out of sight. Well, probably a little bit in sight, but again, backing up his best buddy. Then he just says, yeah, sorry I've been gone so long, I just had to take a shit. And then that's the end of his turn.
Taking a shit for 2 days.
Nearest death toilet's got to be in the underworld. So
Okay.
He's on the road a very long time. I think he's lacking in a lot of fibre. So.
Next, seeing the gurgling remains of the boss and ankle deep in the ashes of his friend, this guy breaks and tries to run. So he is going to try and run out the door and past you. So if you do want to stab him as he runs away, it's up to you.
Stabby stabby.
So
Be
Bennett
nice.
and Dios would get attacks of opportunity if you want to take them.
How rude.
So as he steps out, with a flash, barely a blink, he takes a few more steps away, and his head just rolls off. As Bennett slices his head clean off.
Thank you.
Okay. Sogek.
Just feel the walls, the building shake. And a thunderous cry out, "Curse these buff arms!" Can I see this fella here from here? I can't tell the door. The
You
walls.
would be able to, yeah.
Very happy I get to use this. Cursing that I'm just too buff to get through this door. Sogeg calls on his powerful tattoo. His Eldritch Maul is still active. I have an extra 15 feet to my melee attacks. I have a 30-foot range on my melee attacks. I poke a very long stabby stick towards this guy.
Okay. He would get the benefit of cover because of everything in the way.
Can try and be covered.
But, well, we'll see.
Yeah.
So he ducks behind cover at this encroaching spear, thinking, it's not got the length to get to me. But he's also kind of off-put by the puddle of vomit on the floor. So he takes a step back away from the vomit, only to stand back up into the thrust of the Zystone as you pierce him through the skull.
The classic Zolk Sogeg combo. As the blood reaches back to Sogeg, I drink deep its vigor.
Okay.
As I will also get my cursed extra hit point.
You would get that cursed extra hit point.
Yay.
Because you've been naughty, and that would mean you get bonuses.
I turn into barbarian.
Okay, so with that, the combat's over because there's none of them left. You have murdered all of them quite cleanly.
Well,
They were only bandits at the end of the day, but you did massacre them without too much issue.
Okay. Do I still
I'll
have...
shout out really quickly. There is an invisible man who's run to the north.
Okay. Dios is going to
Invisible
drop
man.
to all fours and just sprint.
Oh, can I use my blood sense as well?
I should still have
sorry.
You
get magic
can
up.
use your blood sense.
Powers of blood. Tell me where this bandit is.
Did you not? Oh yeah, because I thought you had blessed on. That's why you had the symbol next to your head.
It's
so-
detect magic, not bless.
Okay, then you need to do the concentration check from being hit before.
Right, so it's gonna be
But if that's
3
come on,
times
I
I think I
will-
got hit. First one. Good. Second one. Still good.
Yeah,
All
you're
good.
fine.
I'll drop to my all fours and sprint. Full on cat chasing a gazelle.
Oh, majestic.
If
If only his skirt were a bit shorter, you'd be able to run faster.
I'm going to run here, and then I'm going to leap across the tables in the inn.
Okay.
You just see it sprinting along the owning, going right across the tables into the main street. Do I spot anything on my magic sense?
Not that you haven't already detected.
Okay. I'll let other people do stuff before I move again.
Are there any extra blood sense
So,
trails?
Blood sense. You get a lot of pings because there's a lot of people
Very
nearby.
confusing.
The main ping that is different is there is a creature running away from you here, but you can't see them.
It was multiple. Then I guess I will also
Either
run in
that
the
or,
other direction.
duck and weaved.
I'm very big though. To the south, Theos! To the south! Could I run and just leap at this general direction? I just like throw my full body weight there.
Sure. Make an athletics check.
Hiya! Athletics. Hiya!
Okay. So
I'm gonna
as
get
you hear your way through the air, landing in a heap as the invisibility wears off as he took damage, is the noble. He's still He's trying to scramble to his feet to continue running off, but the streets are quite muddy, and you did knock him on his ass.
Just throw my mighty size into the ground and scream, "Speak! Speak, noble!"
He's not really saying much. He is again attempting to try and run the fuck away. So
Oh, I'm going to stab you in the face.
When I cast a spell, on
Wait,
him-
I'll tell you what I'll do.
Oh, go on
Very
then.
quick. I'm going to compel duel him.
okay. Give me a moment.
I won't kill him. He'll just try and kill me.
So he needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Sure hope he doesn't hit me because then things happen.
Well,
it's
he
fine.
makes his save. So I'll give everyone else a chance to do something to stop him, because everybody would have seen him drop out of invisibility. And he's currently scrambling away. So if anyone wants to try and stop him, other than Zogeg.
I
him.
do something.
Sure.
Go for it.
I would like to cast Reduce on him.
Okay.
Oh.
So he needs a Constitution saving throw this time. And fails, as he...
Where'd he go?
I need to remember how to do this. Resize. That didn't quite work. I just fucked up. Right, okay, I'll just grab another one. Okay, he is reduced. I just can't make his token smaller because he's already as small as he can go. Without
I'll
having
tackle
to
him now that
really
it's my
do
His
size.
stuff.
ego's so big.
It doesn't last very long, remember that.
So he is now size small, so it's the same size as Zolk.
Now that that's the case, can I just jump him?
I mean, you can try.
I mean, I can quite easily keep him where I want him.
But I also kind
But
of want to see what everyone else tries to do. Because at the end
How
of the day,
fast?
you know full well you can do it. But
I just want to spear him.
No, I'd like to keep him
He's
alive.
not for
I
eating.
think you meant like
No, I meant-
rugby
don't mean an
tackle.
actual spear.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what you mean. Wrestling.
How fast does my rope move?
That is a good question. How fast? I think it's 10 feet a turn. Let's have a look.
Ooh, you could run.
Where's the rope?
Can you
of
not also teleport now?
injury?
Or
Oh
did
yeah,
you
you could
drop
also
your
teleport.
rage?
So you could teleport
But
next
we're
to
at-
him, and yeah, as a bonus action, you can command it to move up to 10 feet or command it to move to a location, and each turn after that, it moves 10 feet towards it until it gets there. Your rope.
Okay. If I could still teleport, can
You
I
can still
teleport over there and try to stuff him in my shirt?
No, we need to talk to him.
Oh no!
At the very least,
After.
you can
Okay,
teleport
wait,
over
wait.
to him and hold him while they interrogate him, and then when they're finished, you can put him in his shirt.
Yeah, I was gonna say we threaten him over the shirt and then we drop him in to feed the snail.
Genius.
Technically, the elf that's already in there might feed the snail.
I mean, one drunken elf isn't enough to really live on for that long, is it? Needs extra rations.
Fair enough. But that elf is dead.
Gonna throw out some bones.
So,
Alright.
is that what you plan on doing? You can teleport up to 30 feet, and then it would be an athletics check to try and grab him.
Does Dios want to see if he beats me to trying to catch him?
No, you crack on. As
Okay.
long as you don't try and kill him, you can do whatever the hell you want.
Where's
Dios has already made this peace with Heliod. This guy's got to pay.
Alright. For sake of not being under Sogeg, but I'm in the general vicinity. And she'll use one hand to pull her shirt out and open this like dark and slightly musty smelling chasm while she holds him up over the shirt in front of Dios.
Staring
and
into the
Sogeg.
void.
I'll grab him by the back of the neck and go, my friend Scott's here would very much like to add you to her collection. Now, if you don't want that to happen, we need to talk, and preferably you need to start talking the truth. Now, what's it going to be? Perpetual torment, or a nice, gentle natter?
Alright, I will tell you whatever the fuck you want, just don't put me in there.
Wise choice. I just nod to Scott.
Alright. She'll close the void. For now.
Remember, if you lie to us, perpetual torment's still on the table. Now, what the hell is a mayor of a lovely village like this doing cavorting with a bunch of bandits?
They
Let's be good.
They showed up in my town not too long ago. They were highwaymen, and they decided to settle, and they provided extra muscle for coin. So we ended up having a working relationship, and with the situation of my village, I was able to make sure that I had the better side of that deal.
I see. So you were consulting with known criminals to line your own pockets in a public office. Is that correct?
You say that like it's something I was doing wrong.
You see Diaz just put his hand across his face and goes, "Heliod, give me strength." All right.
I am entitled to these people's money. This is my land, and they were not paying my taxes, and they were helping me get what I was fucking owed. Then
Yes, you are entitled to
and
taxes.
the fiend.
this is the wrong way to do it. It's a two-way relationship between those in charge and those he serves. You're just all take. You're unfit for the office you hold, and Theos just spits at his feet. Regardless, you mentioned that they were providing muscle for you. Muscle against what? There's hardly anyone here that's going to put up much of a fight.
The muscle that I was using was exploiting what I got from the people here. They had stuff I wanted, they gave it, fantastic. It wasn't just me they were providing muscle for, but you threatened me with endless torment. They threatened me with endless torment, so first come, first serve.
At this point, I'm starting to think endless torment might be a bit too good for you. So, this is what we're going to do. And I open up my claws on my hand and I just rip his fine clothes to shreds.
Okay.
Once they're suitably destroyed, I'll leave enough on him to cover his modesty and potentially he can wrap himself up a little bit to keep him
It's not
warm.
going to freeze to death.
Yeah, I'm not that bad. I just say to him, by the power and the judgment allowed me by the Dawn Lord Heliod, I sentence you to the rest of your days wandering in perpetuity as a pauper. Get the fuck off this land. And I chuck him into the dirt.
You chuck him into the dirt. Is anyone else going to do anything?
There's two of them.
I would like to try and do one thing. All defines the role. I'll let anyone else do something first.
Well, I mean, Bennett would be thinking, well, I mean, if we're going to shred his clothes and make him live the life of a pauper, shall we not... has he got any money on him?
We've already ransacked his head.
I mean,
his
you've
treasure
not
trove.
taken any of his money.
There is
You've
money
taken
left,
his magic items. Also, nobody's offered Bennett the demon spine yet.
Oh, yes.
Oh, right.
We've got a
I
cool
forgot
whip for you,
about that.
Bennett.
Demon spine? What's...
While this is happening...
We got you a whip.
Oh, you guys.
So,
What is this whip?
It's not for recreational use.
It's in the magical items
so
section.
put items in the magical items. There is an item called the Demon Spine Whip.
Weapon is crafted from the spine of an aberrant overlord to punish those who have escaped the Erebus's grasp. Yada yada yada. You have +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with the weapon. If you roll a natural 20 to hit an undead creature, you deal the maximum damage.
So if you got sneak attack on critical with that whip, all of that would be the maximum dice roll doubled, and then the maximum dice roll of the whip doubled.
That sounds pretty cool, yeah. I will...
big
I will take
damage,
that.
big numbers.
Has to be an undead though. But...
Has to be specifically an undead, but still pretty cool.
Does it still do good damage against the living?
I mean, it's still a +1 whip, so if you want to have a bit of distance and slap people in the face with bones, it works.
Keep all of it in for those situations.
So, the noble is trying to scramble themselves away. Is anyone wanting to stop them after Dios's interrogation?
I'd like to attempt a divine intervention if I could.
Okay, go ahead and roll a D100.
My eyes glaze red. A fail, but I will throw my spear towards the noble and just crawl over to him and just say that his actions, that Mogis cares not for the people, but you have robbed them, or you have robbed Mogis of a fight, and you have robbed them of their willingness to fight. That is unacceptable. I'm just going to demand from him to tell us where the Eater of Hope is. if he wants to get back in Mogus' good favours.
I have robbed no one. You are all tyrants, and there is only one that I have actually seen with any kind of fucking power. I tell you what, if you want to take that place, go be my fucking guest. I'll tell you where the supplier that has kept me in power is, if you promise to keep me remaining within power.
Ooh,
Theos shakes his head.
no.
No deal. We will,
I
however.
am going to use my Channel Divinity, actually. And I'm going to use Conquering Presence. I'm going to attempt to make him frightened of me.
I don't think you really need to. I think he's already pretty frightened of the entire party.
Just pumping myself up again, I guess. Just to say to him, I care not for tyrants and kings. I care for conquest. You have robbed them of their willingness to fight. If you want to take their place, then my Zeiston hungers for your blood. But if you want your master to take your place, tell me where he is.
He starts blubbering at this impressive display of power and just starts sprinting to the south.
Someone bean him!
Running away as fast as he can.
Bean him!
He's only, he's size small at the moment, so he's got little legs.
Wait, it's been a minute by now, right? I'm guessing.
Can I do something as he leaves?
Sure.
I will hold my hand to my chest, say a small prayer, and a small bead of light coalesces in my hand as he's going to get beaded.
Okay. So
Get in the pocket.
remind me how big the pocket gets to.
1 moment.
Because
Bead
I'm
of
pretty sure I
force.
have a specific bubble for him.
It's a 10-foot radius,
Okay.
and he must succeed on a DC 15 dex save.
So, there's the bubble. Oh, let's move it there for a second. No, so no. Move it there. Needs to be a dex saving throw.
Nope.
Nope. As he...
He also takes 5d4 force.
Does he?
Yep. 5d4 radiant.
Oh, I think he's dead.
Really?
Aww.
I didn't expect him to have much
Aw.
health.
I mean, if the bandits had barely 10 health.
Really?
Yeah, the bandits had 11 health.
Well, before he bleeds out, I'll put my knee on the floor and cast Spare the Dying on him.
Are you dismissing the bubble to get to him?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I'll burn a spell slot. Do a healing word on him. Just to get him back up.
Okay, so he's back to 6 after his brush with death.
As he comes to consciousness and he sees me, I just say to him, please don't try that again. Next time I won't prevent you from going to the underworld.
You just see a 1,000-yard stare in his eye. He is right on the cusp of madness from all of this.
Time to put him in the pocket.
Okay. I'll just plonk him up, sit him up against the wall, and I just say to him, this can all end very quickly if you just tell us what we need to know. Where is your supply?
Yeah, +7 to hit would be fine for the new set because it's 4 for your dexterity, +2 for proficiency, +1 because it's a magic item, so yeah, it's +7.
Oh, right, okay, cool.
He,
My only other query is the range.
10 feet. He starts sort of blubbering and actually full crying at this point.
Where is he? Tell me.
Uh, blood tree, and then he passes out.
Okay. I'll plonk him over my shoulder and take him back to his lodgings.
Okay.
I will just find somewhere to plonk him down, and I'll come back. All right. The blood tree. We have an Eater of Hope to kill, everybody.
Eater of Hope. Could we rest first?
Yes, I agree. I think we need to.
I think for a good fight, you need to have a hearty meal and a good night's sleep.
I think that's
Mm,
probably a
not
wise
necessarily.
choice.
Didn't we only wake up not long ago?
When you work hard,
It's
days short.
so it's probably about early afternoon. So while
Short rest.
your rest, it's up to you whether you want a short rest and still continue in this day, or you can essentially spend the rest of the day doing light activity and then have the sleep and start from the next morning, or go at night. You've still not poked through the satyr's empty shop, and there's lots of
We also need to
light
catch
activity to
Bennett
do.
up into all the
Yeah,
shenanigans.
there's that as well. So
Yeah,
Bennett.
I think we should spend the rest of the day doing light activities and prepare for what's coming. I think me and Sogek should help Frankos get some decent food on the go. And maybe Scots as well.
I think it'll be Scots and
decent.
Frankos, yeah. Considering she's
say-
on the chef feet.
Get some decent food. Have you not tasted his fine goat leg?
Okay, more food that he can cook for us. Bigger game.
Don't tell me Dios is the one vegan in Leonin.
No, he really isn't.
Would you
I believe you'll find that Dios did partake in the goat leg as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You did. So I'm shocked that you would.
Wait, even I passed the check on it.
Ogeg.
I didn't try it.
You missed out.
Yeah, you had to pass Constitution saving throw or throw up, so probably not a good one.
I'm not doing great with Constitution saving throws.
So
What would happen if I went to the Frankos and said, "There's an eel hound over there. Makes great fillet of fish." And see
I
what
wouldn't risk it. Frankos, bless him. He's got a hungry heart.
he does.
I also have the same epithet, I think, as him, and I would definitely not tell him about anything that's edible.
he did give
A
you
heart
his
as big
epithet.
as his belly.
A big risk.
Frankos is the best. We love him.
He does
We
have
love
a
Frankos.
stomach.
Sogeg should adopt him.
Listen,
You could try and tame
Frankos.
him if you want.
Frankos is like fine breeze on the Sahara. He's beautiful, but untamable. Sogeg says, you notice the headband on his head suddenly glow as his intellect grows suddenly.
I mean,
Oh, I forgot about
suddenly, You've already been
Sogeg
attuned to it
has
for a while.
19 intelligence.
Yeah.
I think we should go. I think the people who made the satyr disappear need to go through a shop.
I
Take
agree.
responsibility for their actions.
I will very quickly say to Bennett, because
Yeah, I was
noticing
gonna
that
say,
Bennett
catch up.
mentioned something about gold. Now, Bennett, there is a mighty dragon's hoard in the mayor's house, but do not take all of it. The people must have money to buy weapons. Partake what you need,
Okay.
lest you anger Mogis.
So, do we own a shop now?
I mean,
I just take my hat off finally. I say, well, this is where I must say goodbye, friends, for I am now a shopkeep.
We both are, yes.
Could be a hit like
I mean,
soap opera.
it's
Zolk and
only been
Sofix.
about 6 hours since you dumped the satyr. He may still be alive.
No.
No, he's definitely not.
Oh, that's another one, yeah.
After you
He has a friendly red cap next. Well, he doesn't have friendly red cap next to him anymore.
No, he only lasts for a minute.
I'm going to go find Chris on
Wander off towards that
Okay.
direction.
Okay, so are you split into groups, and we'll go through what you want to do for some downtime activity, some light action before you take a nice long rest, and go and hunt down the Eater of Hope. So we'll start with the evil twins.
Hey-oh.
That's one description.
With Zolk and Sogeg, and by the look of it, Bennett as well. Who I will say, if you engage in whatever shenanigans they're going on with, I will have to change your alignment to evil.
We are very cursed, Bennett.
Yeah.
This is not a happy tale in this town.
Bennett's definitely not evil, so yeah, he's gonna stay out of that. The fact that he said that the people need the money. Bennett is kind of like a Robin Hood assassin, so he's not going to take money from poor people.
Oh no, this isn't what we're taking from.
The money is underneath the noble who's currently passed out in wherever. It's probably not in his bed because that's still probably thrown to one side because you've still got access to the hidden floorboard. But I'm sure you just dumped him in a corner somewhere.
Yeah.
This is the poor satyr that had to be murdered. It's unavoidable.
So we'll go for Tweedle Evil and Tweedle Worse.
Zolk, why did you make me do that? You always get me into trouble.
I didn't make you do anything. We needed him.
You're right, of course. The servile never command the God King Sogeg. I just deal with your shenanigans and fix them. Oh. We might as well rifle through this guy's goodies, right? It'll be the right thing to do. It was ill-gotten means. I saw that satyr and a bad look about him.
We wouldn't want these things to go to waste.
Is the door closed?
No, it's still open from where you left it open as you snuck out with the satyr.
We'll close it on the way
Just
in.
break the door. I just want to take it off his hinges.
Sure, make an athletics check.
Wrong character sheet. Athletics.
Sure enough, with a good couple tugs, the door's not really on very strong. It's quite weather worn, so it doesn't take much to dislodge the brackets from the wall.
Not wanting to make everyone notice we're
It was
here.
very
I'll
loud.
silently hold it over my head. Just sort of mimic, mime that I'm screaming out an offering for Mogis. And I will gently put it down on the floor. Knowing that I made a lot of noise, but well, actually no, I'll walk in and I will prop the door up in the hole.
Okay. Okay.
There's one way to close a door, I guess.
And first things first, I'm using my blood sense. Is there any blood in here?
There is no living creatures in there now.
We're
Other
safe,
than obviously
Zolk.
you three.
A successful stealth, I bellow. For I, Sogeg, a master of the arts of stealth. I just begin to read out a list. I will hold out my position of privilege writ, and I will list all the great things that Sogeg is good at.
Zolk, being disappointed, is going to try and see if there's a manifesto or something.
Okay.
Is this satyr organized?
Make an investigation check.
I think we both know the answer to that.
That was an intelligent roll right there, Zolk. Very intelligent.
Sogeg, are you also searching? Or
I will, yes.
Okay.
I will investigate with healed eyes.
Okay. No, this place is utter chaos. There is a method to the madness. You think, you'd hope. But there are just boxes and boxes and boxes of completely random shit all over the place. The shelves are lined with various mundane and magical items, but in no particular order. This place very clearly used to be quite a major trading hub for the villagers, considering where it's located, but it's swiftly fallen into disrepair and disregard.
Oops.
All right.
Are there any bottles? Any bottles of a color that is not clear or blue? We'll rifle through these boxes.
Although you've just reminded me that you've still got the strange glass bottle shaped like a pixie that somebody has.
Oh yes,
with a little bit of sand in it. As for bottles of other things, there's quite a lot of them. There's an entire case full of various shades of greens, purples, reds, all sorts of.
I drink a red one.
Thing. You gonna drink a red one? Okay.
Drink a red one.
Go ahead and roll a d20 for me.
This is surely Vigor of Mogus.
Fantastic. Make a Constitution saving throw, please.
To think my deathbed will be alongside a rat.
Not that bad.
Okay.
Only eat you if I'm desperate.
So you would take 3 points of fire damage as you chug some alchemist fire.
Drink it. It has a kick to it.
The smoke.
I will offer the bottle to Zolk and say, I suspect this is not healing draft. My band of intellect tells me so.
Yeah, you may have intelligence, but you don't have wisdom.
I can tell you the Latin name for this.
Would he have any weapons in particular, or is it just general bits and bobs?
So it'd have the majority of the mundane items. So melee weapons, ranged weapons, shields, armor. Most of his supplies are food and medicines. But there are also a handful of more exotic things in there.
Okay. On the note of the exotic things, is there anything I could make an interesting poison out of?
Not from the exotic things. You could probably make an interesting poison out of the poisons.
Well, I didn't think to ask directly for poison. I'll just grab all those poisons then.
They have big skull and crossbones on them, those vials. I think you should start there.
Okay. Let's pick some random poisons I can give you. Roll a make a medicine check for me. Make a medicine check.
Okay. Oh,
fantastic. Okay, so we'll
That's not what you want.
Just drink it.
I'll give you one of those. Not that one. Okay. You find only 2 toxins that are still in usable condition. The rest seem to be either poorly stored or just old and have rotten, or at least lost a lot of their effectiveness. You find a vial of truth serum.
That would be useful.
And a vial of midnight tears.
Midnight tears, you say?
A creature that ingests this poison suffers no effect until the stroke of midnight. If the poison has not been neutralized before then, the creature must succeed on a DC 17 Constitution saving throw or take 9d6 poison damage on a failed save. Or half as much as a successful one.
Like it.
Some good poisons.
And the truth serum is that they need to make a DC 11 Constitution saving throw or become poisoned, and while they're poisoned, they are under the effects of a Zone of Truth spell.
Fair enough.
So 1 vial of each.
I'm going to recklessly just sort of wade through the bottles, smashing, I guess, as I walk up to the the fine set of shelves here and just look over. These weapons are disgraceful. They couldn't kill anything with these. And I'm sort of pondering through the interesting items and just swords. I've seen 1,000 swords. And I'm just looking at, I'm hoping at the top right, perhaps, nestled in the corner, some interesting looking knickknacks.
Most certainly. You can see a very, very shiny, well-polished helmet that looks eerily similar to your own, only less battle-damaged, more decorated. What else can I throw in there that'd be funny? A ornate-looking knife, a couple funeral masks, a couple funeral masks. What else can I throw in? That'll be a very tightly wound sleeping bag. And what else could I do? That's weird. And a small empty bag. A small empty bag.
A small empty bag.
Again,
small empty bag, you say? Well, I will first pick up the funeral mask and the shiny helmet.
So, funeral mask and the shiny helmet.
These trying to pass off as Acronian steel?
The helmet definitely is Acronian bronze. Steel's not really a thing.
It's just a word we use in the... It's me and my brothers. We made it up.
What is this steel you speak of?
It's because we would steal them from the armory. See. I guess I will... Making sure Zolk can't see, I sort of prop up my my cloak over my head, as no peasant should witness the head of a royal. As I will quickly slip on this new helmet, just to see what it feels like.
I will let you know what it does.
I'm cursed.
Not quite. I think you'll like this one.
Cursed.
I think you'll like this one. So hopefully that's popped up for you. If not,
sorry, yeah, I'm guessing it's underneath items.
Yeah, magical items. It's a helm of something.
Helm of... Am I... Oh, sorry, yeah. I'm almost fine. Yes! As I wear the helmet, my eyes glaze over slightly. It's just, it's like seeing a new dawn. I feel strong. I feel bold. I feel powerful in this helmet. I'd also like to nestle the death mask underneath on my face, just to see how that fits. See how that feels.
Okay.
Wafting it over my face.
You want to wear one of the death masks? So there should be the golden funeral mask of Asphodel.
It always shocks me how I end up like killing my characters. It always surprises me so much. Okay. Sogeg, even though he's lived in Theros all his life, he has to think back to his training as a child and remember, does a funeral mask and a helm count as two? Can he wear them at the same time?
No, you can't wear them both at the same time. No. There's only enough.
I take it off and I think a fool's dream.
You could give it to somebody else if you wanted to.
As yes, that looks like a definite mask that someone wants.
You'd also probably not be able to see through it, considering it's supposed to cover up a dead body's face.
Yes.
So if you've got a way to see otherwise.
Who wants that? And then I guess we'll rifle through, seeing the fine knife. I think Nadrin likes knives. So how does this knife feel in my hands? I'll just flip it once, see if it does anything.
So the knife is very ornate, very intricately carved. If you want more details, I would ask for either a history or religion check.
I will do you one better, as I will brandish the knife, and I will rest it against the palm of my hand. I will nick myself with the knife, as a good weapon must be tested.
Okay.
I'll stab myself with a knife.
You deal with 1 piercing damage to yourself.
Okay. This knife appears to just be a fanciful knife. I guess I'll use my intellect now and go, is this fanciful knife from anywhere, perhaps? As I will use a history check.
Okay.
Oh, I'm so intelligent.
So the nicking of your hand reminds you of growing up in Akros and seeing similar looking knives in the hands of some of the divinatoi when they're casting their or making their offerings to the gods. It is a sacrificial knife. It does a lot more damage against weaker creatures because the main use is that you can go over to a creature killed by this weapon and use 10 minutes to reveal an omen about the future with this knife.
And I will hold this to the sky and say, this will be the knife that takes down Akros and restores my glory. And then I'll move on to the sleeping bag. As I look at it, I look to Zolk and say, Zolk, I hate to admit it, but I will not fit in this sleeping bag. Do you care to wish to try?
You would sleep in this sleeping bag.
Big is this sleeping bag?
Can fit one large or medium creature or two small or smaller creatures.
Flipping heck. Zolk, I thought this was a tent, but it turns out it's a sleeping bag. I will throw the sleeping bag onto this great table, and you just see Sogeg's eyes light up. It's been many a moon since I've been able to fit on a bed. As you just see me clacking my little claws together. As I'll jump up on the table. Well, I won't jump up onto the table. I will carefully prop myself up onto it, and you just see me like walk around in circles like a dog, and I will nestle into this warm sleeping bag.
Okay. It is a Ulysika of Ephara. So it's a big old sleeping bag. While you're inside it, you have a speed of 0 because you're all snugly and warm. You have resistance to cold and fire damage from sources outside of the sleeping bag. And sleeping within it removes an additional level of exhaustion when you take a long rest.
Guys, this looks like a bag for our survival expert. I see a trend here. So we'll move on. We'll wrap up the bag again and put it into me cloak and knickknacks to hand out to all the children.
Might be good for a certain fish.
I think it's going to be useful for basically whoever's most dead when we sleep. We'll go back to the shelf as we have the knife, the sleeping bag, the funeral mask, the helm.
There is an empty bag. And you can also let me know if you are searching for any money or coinage here.
Sogeg has 7 gold pieces currently. He needs no more. No, I might do, actually. We'll look at the empty bag, and brandishing it, I will put 1 javelin into the bag.
Okay.
See what happens.
You place the javelin into the bag, which shouldn't really work, considering how much bigger the javelin is than the bag, but sure enough, it just keeps going.
It's a bag of holding. I don't trust a bag of holding from a knick-knack shop, I've got to be honest.
Well, it's up to you.
I will reach in and grab my javelin back.
It's an empty bag. There's nothing in there.
Oh, fuck you. My javelin! No! I just shock horror. How big is this bag? Could it fit a small animal in it?
I'm not going in there.
Yeah, it's basically the size of sort of a coin purse.
Okay. This bag, this infernal contraption. Zolk, I don't know if we can trust anyone with this bag, I gotta be honest.
I don't trust it at all.
I mean, all you've done is put something in it and realised that it's not there anymore.
That's why I'm going to keep this safe from everybody.
Ooh, hang
I'm
on.
going to hold the empty bag.
It might need an offering. I'll throw 7 gold into it.
So you're putting 7 gold inside?
I'll open up the bag.
Yeah.
Okay. You put
It
7
might
gold
need an
inside.
offering.
I reach in to grab the javelin again.
There's nothing. It's an empty bag.
It's an empty bag.
What the
Zolk,
fuck?
you said you put gold in here. Where is it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Hmm.
We need someone with a longer neck.
Listen, when I used to get put to bed, Nana used to always tell me of the Bagman, that internal creature. I think this is the Bagman.
You can
And I
make an
can't-
Arcana or History or Investigation check.
Oh, listen out. What do I want to remember? No, I'm thinking about Nana right now, so I think it's a history. What did Nana tell me?
Okay.
I mean, Zolk knows shit all.
I'm
So
blocking your way. You can't see it.
yeah, you get the feeling, Nana, something about just grannies in Theros in general, just know of the way the world works, and how important just the right thing at the right time can be.
Oh my!
There are certain ways to provide yourself with just what you need at that right moment.
It's beautiful. I'll put
I
this-
will say with a 23, I'll just let you actually know what it is. It's a bag of the moment. Bag of the moment.
Bag of the moment. Very cool.
It looks like nothing special. Once per game session, you can pull out an item worth 50 gold pieces or less from the bag. If an item is placed within the bag, it is transported to a random bag or container within 30 feet.
Oh. Then I will do a magic trick as I lunge into one box and I put a claw behind Zolk's ear and I say, "Is this your gold piece?" I'm going to just hope that this works. I'm just going to put my claw specifically in this box.
Okay.
And pull it from behind Zolk's ear.
Roll a
Did the coin-
d20.
Feeling something else is going to come out and it's not going to be your coin.
It's the coin. That is
Is
100%
this
the
your
coin.
And I drop it into, I hope, an awestruck Zolk's hands. Thank you.
Okay, I need to.
Okay.
Being awestruck, he'll give you the gold back as payment for your
Oh, honor
demonstration.
me.
Okay, I need
I
to
will
make a
take this
note
tribute.
of the potential epithet of sleight of hand magician,
I'm a magician.
up close magician.
I'm getting all my avenues of like giving up a life of crime and murder, of just becoming a humble folk. It's great getting cursed. You get all kinds of cool stuff. Now, we found the 4 things. Was there a 5th thing? I can't remember.
So
Knife and sleeping bag.
the knife, sleeping bag, the bag of the moment, and then you've got the mask and the helmet.
Helm.
And you've not really had a look for anything else at this point because, like I said, you've had a look. There's some poisons that you've managed to find, and a couple mundane or strange magical items. You can find mundane versions of most of the types of armor, weapons, and that sort of thing.
Apologies, but I searched for literally as many javelins as I can possibly find. That's all
Okay.
Sogeg wants.
You find 2 javelins.
2 javelins. It'll do. It's 2 more than I had. I looked
Alright.
I say, this is a good little place we got in.
The only thing I can think of that I'd want from here is some health potions, if there are any, to pass on to other people.
I drank the red potion and it hurt. It might have been a health
Make
potion. Just too
another medicine check, please. See if
Oh,
you can
not again.
identify which ones of these unlabeled potions. Okay.
Oh, it's a good roll.
Let's have a look at what you end up finding. So you find... Let's have a look. Let's do... You find 7 more doses of Sealer's Leaf on top of the 2 you already have, which
Alright,
is
I've got
the one that lets you slap on, and it's either 8 hit points restored or 1d8 hit points restored, depending on a medicine check.
Okay.
And you also find a single potion of greater healing.
Oh, nice. Second cleric now.
Should we need it in an emergency, I'll throw it at someone.
You'll break it on the floor.
I'm not a doctor.
You are. You've rolled a 22. You're a great doctor. Never let yourself down.
I'm not the kind of doctor you want to be associating with, and you know it.
It is true. Zolk, I suspect that it was the... I've never been more sure than ever that we were right to put that satyr on the shared responsibility, putting the satyr on the slug. As why would the gods gift us with these fine knickknacks if it was not the right thing to do?
I mean, you were able
I'll
to
take
buy
this-
them, but
Now we have them for free.
now you've got them for free.
I'll definitely.
I will
take
yell to the gods, I had
responsibility
7
for
gold
some of
pieces. I wasn't buying...
I mean, if you want to have a look around for money, you want to. There was also jobs you could have taken. You could have, bartered, sold him something.
No.
it. Good on gold.
Okay.
He would have been apathetic. It would have been awful.
So, what are you doing with the sleeping bag, the mask, the knife, and the helmet?
So, I've already put the helmet on.
So you're
I'll be
wearing the
real.
helmet. Okay.
Is that an achievement?
No.
Is I put it on, do I feel sweet? Then, I don't know if it would be other people doing, but I don't know about you, Zolk, but my idea is that we give the funeral mask to a certain Bennett who likes to be a death man.
Yeah.
And the Eucalypsia of Afara, the sleeping bag, seems like a Scuts kind of thing. Like a good Scuts kind of thing. And the ornate knife, I think we should either offer it to Nadrin or Dios, as they are, quite religious. Although I do believe it is a Cronian knife, so I don't know.
Not really. It's more of
it's not.
a generic,
Just looks like a cool...
ornate ritual knife. Yeah.
Sweet. Then yeah, I think those two will probably... I'm sure one of them would appreciate a knife that looks like a ritual knife that we stole off a dead satyr.
I'm sure they'll have no questions.
I hope we don't... Just strike me, my band of intellect sort of just throbbing a little bit. I really hope we don't pass on the curse by giving people stuff.
Who knows?
Don't get cursed third hand. Impossible. I mean, you could stick the knife onto your trident and it'll be a fordant. It's 133% more trident right there.
See? Big breath. This is what a high level of intellect does for you. Ingenuity.
You just see Sergei clutching his head. Oh, it's a curse sometimes.
Big brain time.
Yeah. I guess the plan will be to share those things out, but I don't know if that'll happen now or after their shenanigans.
So, while we're still talking about them, does anybody else want any of those items? So, the unclaimed ones at the moment are the Sacrificial Knife, the Bag of the Moment, Sogeg, are you taking the bag?
I've already put the bag of the moment in my...
So, Sacrificial
Trust
Knife,
these people.
the Magical Sleeping Bag, and the Funeral Mask.
And as a reminder, the funeral mask was the thing that makes you look consistently eerily neutral, and you are immune to anxiety and frightened, and you learn the location of the necropolis of Asphodel.
I love that you're immune to anxiety.
Yeah, that's amazing.
That's
very handy.
Pretty sure that Bennett's already got... Not that he's immune to anxiety, but there's something about him that's...
yeah.
It means that it's impossible for people to read what his current mood is. It's like his
Also, if you wore the mask, you are blind because there are no eye holes in the mask. It is supposed to be a funerary mask.
I mean,
yeah, I need my eyes.
You're wearing sunglasses inside. I've seen you wear them inside.
If we added eye holes, would it lose its properties?
It depends on how good you are at crafting magical items.
Oh god.
If only we had a...
Technically, magical items are indestructible, aren't they?
In theory, yes.
Yeah, to mundane
Yes.
capabilities.
I mean, I guess it seems like...
But I'd
It
allow
seems like a deaf
creativity.
person kind of thing if someone who likes death to hold a funeral mask, and I'll look very sternly at whoever takes it.
You could put it on as an intimidation tactic.
Just run around blind.
Put it on Hogeg. He's already got blind sight.
And on one of the heads, the other can still see. He's already wearing a fine
God.
hat. One head is a red cap, the other is dead. Duality of Pogag.
You said he's got blind sight.
He does.
Oh god.
Although I think technically his blind sight comes from like being a snake flicking his tongue, so
Yes.
that might
I mean,
mess
if
up
he's
with
not
it.
got an open mouth, yeah.
Yeah.
He's got a second
But he's
mouth.
got his second face.
He does have a
so-
second mouth. I will for now rest the golden mask on top of his head if no one takes it.
Okay.
Please do take if you wish to know where the Necropolis of Asphodel is.
I mean, we could always stuff it
Well,
in
you
my shirt.
You can always
Oh,
stuff it in the shirt.
just throw it at people.
Well, because you never know.
Yes.
Maybe if I beam someone in the face hard enough, it will apply the mask.
Oh,
yeah,
you'd be
and
blinded.
you
That'd
could
be
blind
amazing.
somebody by just
That
sticking
would
their
actually
ass
be
in
missed.
somebody's face.
Put it
Frisbee.
in the shirt.
In the shirt it goes.
So you put it in the shirt? Okay, give me
Into
a
the shirt.
Okay, so are we...
I'll be honest. I'm holding out for a second red cap for a Pogag. I'll be like, that's the dream.
Oh god, so how I'd work that out, I have no idea. Double the effects, double the half the time he's got to actually keep dipping
I think
himself.
Pogag just explodes into a fireball at that point. Just
Okay, so the funeral mask has been placed within Scott's shirt. What do you want to do with the sleeping bag, the magical sleeping bag?
The eelhound in it.
Oh,
Yes.
I was gonna say, I will take it if nobody else wants it, but yeah, I was gonna
It
say
is
Neil
quite
should definitely
bulky,
take a nap
so-
in
it
it.
seems like a good survival thing.
It is a good
seems like a good
I'll
camping.
it's my new loincloth,
So
and then
that-
I'll just
what
whip it
I'll
out
do
when it's bedtime.
is I
Hey,
Who
will,
wants to be healed in the bag?
It's just got worse as I went along.
so I'll put it in everybody's, so you can also so you can just sort of pass along depending on who wants to sleep in whose bed. But so yeah, that's more of a party item. So one person can have the comfort blanket when they go to bed.
Oh,
Take it in turns.
And then the sacrificial knife. So this is from what Sergei understood, it is a knife used to conduct rituals, usually predicting omens.
it's a shame we don't have an oracle, but I mean,
Is predicting someone's death by the knife a ritual? If so, hand it to Bennett.
I will give it over if you promise not to tell me when I die. That is not for Sogeg to know.
For Bennett to decide.
Oh, is Bennett taking the knife? It's a very nice knife. It's not very sharp though. I did cut myself with it. It was a bit blunt.
It does require attunement, I will say that.
Oh
I think
damn!
I'm out of attunement slots. I've got about 9 things attuned.
I mean, you can
Not
only
literally.
have 3 things attuned, so
I think it is literally 3. So
I hope it's not 9, otherwise I'm taking some shit out of you.
no, it isn't.
I don't think I'm attuned to anything, so
I
Not me.
Not many of you will be at this point.
I'm attuned to 2 things.
He's
Look at these people hoarding all our
Yeah.
magical
would
items.
Zolk and Dios like to
I'm
be
good.
a real world ritual?
I want nothing to do with the sacrificial dagger.
give it the cat.
Dios, you would know, probably because you've probably used them before, although you do find them a little bit distasteful. They are very much part of the clergy.
Alright, I'll take it, but whether I use it or not is a different matter.
Do you think it's distasteful because what you do with it, or just because it's like gold and got loads? It's just a bit too garish for
Oh,
you.
what you do with it, garishness doesn't really come into it.
Okay, so
Respectable.
Dios, there should be the sacrificial knife in magic items.
I'll have a read at what
And
it
it's up
does.
to you whether or not you want to attune to it. But it isn't cursed, so you can attune to it, find out what it does, and then just unattune to it.
I am going to spin around to Zolk as my final action. As I will stare deep into your eyes, Zolk, I grab onto you. Perhaps you'd be fearful of what I'm doing. As I stare deeply, I utter a word. Can I ask Zolk to do a charisma saving throw?
You what?
Make a
I
charisma
ask you,
saving
Zolk,
throw.
what is my name, Zolk?
Oh god.
What is my name?
Make a charisma saving throw.
Oh, you bastard.
You chose the
that
wrong
meets it.
You chose the
that
wrong
meets it. So,
check.
what is Sogeg's name, Zolk?
It'd be nice to choose one of them.
I have to call you Captain.
No, you got a 15, so
Oh.
you pass. You don't have to. You don't have to. If you get lower than a 15, you have to call him either Captain, General, Commander, or Champion.
Okay. Your name is Noble Steed.
I pump up my guns slightly and they deflate as I accept my role. Sogeg sucks slightly. Says something about being a royal. And just, oh, I'll get better at that one.
Okay, so with the shenanigans in looting the shop done, Scuds, Bennett, and Nadrin, what are you up to?
I want to go and dig a hole.
Okay.
And then fill the hole with water.
You want a
Hopefully
water
big
hole.
enough for both me and
Like I say, how big of a water
I hope
hole
the-
do you want to do?
I hope the ground isn't too dry, otherwise all your water will just seep into it.
It's quite muddy at the moment, so it's more keeping it clean is going to be the issue.
don't know what else to do. Unless, wait, did the guy say that the mayor had a bathtub?
No. I'm sure that was
might have a
wishful
washroom.
thinking on your part.
Frankos has a cauldron.
Francos does have a cauldron.
I'm not putting
I would
him in
not.
the
I would
cauldron.
recommend not
At the
trusting
very
that.
least.
I mean, it's where he's going to end up, so don't worry about it.
Someone must
No,
have
it's
a pot.
not.
It
There must be
is,
a
really.
trough of sorts in the barn
Yeah.
down here, although that big
Oh my
centaur guy
God.
looks a bit frightening.
It's a spooky hole.
Holy shit, you can't
Okay,
A hole.
we'll move it to there. There you go. You made a hole.
Okay.
Well, let's find out how good of a hole you make. I need an
I was going to ask Skuts if she would help in digging the hole as well.
Okay, those digging a hole, unless you have a burrowing speed, I need an athletics check.
Bennett's just going to go and hang out with his best bud up here.
I've got a borrowing
They're
speed.
two peas in a pod.
Yeah, but you're currently
Athletics,
looting a
was it?
shop, so
Yes, I'm aware.
Athletics was it?
athletics, yeah.
Oh, this is going to be bad.
Scuds, do
Like
you
I
want to
said-
help out?
I was gonna go talk to our pal Francos, but seeing Nidrin struggle, she'll go lend a hand. So another athletics check or something
Be
different.
athletics, yeah.
Okay.
Neil can also make
Alright.
one, but his will be at a disadvantage as he's tired. He's a sleepy boy.
I don't know how to turn off that roll.
Athletics is strength?
His strength, yes. Okay, fantastic. Brilliant rolls all around.
We got a straight.
You do dig the hole well enough. It just takes you a while to do, and it is quite exhausting. For Nadrin and Neil, you're not really used to hard labour. Scuds, you're kind of phoning it in a little bit because you were distracted from what you actually wanted to do, but you felt compelled to help your friends. So you got the noble point, but you're like, oh, I wanted to talk to the cool guy.
Sorry for
I was gonna-
dragging you away.
Okay, I was gonna have a talk with him about his cooking.
Yeah, you. So it would take you a couple hours to dig the hole, but you can do that intermittently. So you've still got a couple hours left in the day, and then obviously you want to take the long rest afterwards. So I'll just say that essentially, aside from the break to have something to eat, it will take you up until going to sleep. So I will give you a break to do one other thing if you did wanted to walk away for a moment.
Yeah, when she's taking breaks, she'll go talk to Frankos.
So Frankos is, well, just sort of throwing in bits of. At the moment, the cauldron's full of bubbling water of a vaguely greenish look, and he's throwing various handfuls of vegetation in there. You can make a survival check if you want to try and identify what he's cooking, but other than that,
Yeah, I would like to see if I can tell what.
I'll give you
What things
advantage
he's
on this
gathering.
because of your chef feat.
All right, hold on. Wait, which one did it just? Okay, cool.
Okay. This seems to be a new creation that you have never seen or smelt before. You're not really sure you'd ever want to see or smell it again.
Ugh. She tries to keep a straight face and hide
Oh,
her true feelings on his concoction.
hey, how's it going, Dad? You hungry? He pulls out a ladle full of this greenish sludge.
Look, Frankos, we gotta have a talk. Your cooking smells like my granny's. And look, I can tell the passion is there, bro.
I always thought home cooking was so good, Dad. My granny taught me how to cook. And I'm like, this tastes awesome, dude. And she was like, yeah, dude, this is how you cook. And I'm like, thank you, Granny.
Yeah, but this town, they're so sad. They need, like, the best food. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it don't really have the best food around, dude.
Look, Frankos, you work so hard. I know you do.
Thanks,
You
dude.
walked so far. But you walk so far, your meat rots, and it smells really bad, bro.
But the rotten part's my favorite part, dude. Where it's all the meat's all like gooey and green and full of like extra squishy bits inside that were planted in by the bugs. It's really nice, dude. That was my favorite part.
My granny loves the maggots. I feel ya. But these people don't have the fine, refined palate that you do.
They do got a
Frankos.
weak constitution, dude. It makes me real sad when they don't eat my food.
Have you ever tried, like, chopping part of it up and putting it in some salt so when you get back it's not rotten? She's going to attempt to try to relay the concept of curing meat to him so that maybe people will actually eat his food.
But why would I put salt on it before I'm cooking it, dude? That sounds weird.
That's what these lesser developed palate simpletons can stomach.
Whoa.
They don't understand this enriched flavor that produces after fermentation.
See, I didn't get that, dude. I grew up in the mountains with all my family, and they were cooking me stuff. And then the big boss came and then showed me how to cook, and I'm like, dude, this fucking rules. I'm gonna go out and cook for other people, because I always liked it when other people cook for me. And I wanted to cook for other people, because I'm like, yo, dude, you hungry? And everyone's like, yeah, dude, feed me whatever, because I don't want you to kill me. And I'm like, yeah, dude, eat my stuff.
Oh, Frankos, but you'd be a hero if you just cured your meat so it wasn't so flavorful as to overwhelm their mouths.
Make
Your passion's there.
Either a persuasion or survival check.
I
Both
feel
at
like this is-
advantage because of, again, you're talking about cooking and you do have all your additional skills in cooking.
Alright, my charisma sucks. I will explain to him from my heart from wandering through the forest and trying to get the meat that I've fought for to last. So I'm trying to pass on some earnest advice here.
To pull out, trying to explain the concept of curing, you pull out a small amount of cured lion meat. That, considering it's been a couple of days since you killed the Fleecerbane lion, the fact that it's still in edible condition as proof behind, and he does take a bite, and by that he pretty much just devours the entire thing in one go. Holy shit, dude. You're saying this meat was like 20 days old?
She nods vigorously.
Holy shit. You know what I got to do, dude? I got to find me some fucking salt.
Right, bro. Sogeg believes in you. I believe in you. I gotta
Dude.
answer the door.
I know where there's a fuck ton of salt, but it's real hard to get. If you all come with, because I'm definitely not scared of the area, dude. It's super fucking cool and I'm really strong. But if you want to come with me and we could be like bros cooking, definitely not because I'm scared, that'd be cool, dude. We go get some fucking salt.
Scuts ran away to open a door.
You had to go open the door.
Just thumbs up from the distance. Everyone thumbs up. Thumbs up at Frankos.
Can I just reiterate my love for Frankos?
I
Guys,
really love him.
Who's got the
guy's
best
a gift.
Scuts impression? Someone needs to Scuts impression and say, yeah.
That was a horrendous Scots impression.
That was bad.
Okay. Sogeg didn't say... That's why Sogeg asked others.
So okay, I'll ask then as a party. Frankos knows of a location where there's a lot of salt. By the context of his description, it is in the Despairlands. You can try and push for a bit more details on the location from him if you want. Otherwise, he's offering he can come with you. But definitely not because he's scared. It's because he's a big tough man.
I don't want to... I don't think we should probe anymore because he's already very clearly scared. I don't want to scare him more.
He doesn't want us to be scared. That's why he wants us to go with him.
Yeah.
Exactly. I feel like this is the easiest party choice we've ever had, right? Unless I'm really reading the room wrong.
So no,
I think
that's
we
nose
should-
all around. Okay.
I think we should probably kill Eater first and then go salt hunting. Priorities.
It's if the blood tree is in the middle of a bunch of salt. We could, I guess, we could probe and like see if he like tries to deflect the question. We say, "Is the salt pile in a bunch of blood?"
I'll say,
Is there a tree?
everybody give me a history or nature check, please.
God,
Oops,
Nana
mine
taught me
is
well.
shit.
So it's not bad.
Been rolling well on history.
Okay, so possibly definitely something Sogeg, Nadrin, and Bennett now. Sogeg just because of big brain energy. Nadrin because of the importance and level of salt in water and understanding that's where it would typically gather. And Bennett because of the Despairlands connection to the underworld. Typically, it is something... So you'd find natural sea salt, obviously, on salt flats and large bodies of water. I think by the description Frankos was giving, this is more likely to be... Hold on, I need to remember the name of the place. Tartaric salt.
Oh
Not
Lord.
steak. in the sense of where the realms of the underworld and the mortal realms overlap, or at least where there's a lot of that presence, you can get this kind of salty build-up. Or at least it has a similar properties to salt, but is also a little bit different. And anywhere where entities that are typically located within the underworld spend a long amount of resonance in the mortal, in Theros, you would likely find evidence of them there.
Do we ask what if we ask Frankos we kill the Eater of Hope first and then we salt him to prove?
That's what you could give him cured Eater of Hope meat.
Exactly.
Holy shit, Dad.
I think Frankos is.
So yeah, as a party, would you want Frankos to come along with you to the Eater of Hope? Or would you like him to wait until you've dealt with it?
I will not let Frankos die. I will die for Frankos.
I really don't want Frankos to die.
I feel like he'd be
either.
very good. I feel like he'd be very good in the fight.
Yeah,
he
right.
looks like a big, strong,
if you
strapping
die
man.
for Frankos, well, there's your next playable character.
Exactly. And we've got so many healing spells. He won't die.
He's gonna be a damn good tank, and he might
Exactly.
just eat the Eater.
Would he, though?
I don't know. He's big.
Yeah, so Sogek.
I'm a pretty good tank.
And also, Sogek's wearing armor.
Yeah, this guy's just mostly naked and fat.
He is just nudies.
He could eat
He
the
might
Eater.
die very quickly. Or he might bonk them on the head. He is an ogre.
He is an ogre.
Oh,
He's got
but
a
how can we
mean
tell him
throwing
no?
arm.
He was so excited about the salt. How can we tell him no now?
Exactly.
Well, he was also very scared about going to get the salt, so...
Yeah. Why don't we say we'll get the meat, and then we'll meet up again back here, and then we'll go get the salt? How's that for an alternative?
But the meat
If
will
we-
go off by the time we get back with the salt.
We'll just kill something on the way back and say it was an Eater of Hope.
We actually are going to go get the Eater of Hope, though. Aren't we?
I definitely think that's a given. We've got to kill the Eater of Hope. If it just stops all these people being so goddamn mopey.
And it's probably going to end up being a damn good fight as well.
Also, yeah.
So,
It's the vote.
while I'll leave you to ponder on that, Dios and Bennett, how are you spending your little bit of downtime?
I'll let Bennett go first. Gaz?
I think he's sorting out a dog.
Yeah, he's dealing with a dog.
Fair enough.
And it's
Guess,
also a ghost man again.
I guess it's me. Okay. So I'll find my pal, Crethon. I presume he's still in front of the little shrine to Heliod that
Yes,
I left him at.
Still doing his prayers. It's not actually been all that long since you left him here.
I will just place a gentle hand on his shoulder and I'll sit next to him. You okay, brother?
Is that you again, Dios?
It is. I'm afraid I must pick your brain once more. I'm afraid.
By Heliod's will.
We have a lead on why everything is so grim here. Tell me what you know of the Blood Tree.
It is a place of evil. The site of where the last of the Titans fell before the gods. and forever cursed in its sunless realm, for their power still remains, even in death. The blood tree seems to have sprouted from this graveyard of primordial beings.
I see. I believe I now know why Heliod has sent me here. To bring his light to the sunless masses. I believe this is where the malaise or curse that's befell this land lives. And I must go and fight it.
The sun can never shine on the Despair Lands. Otherwise it would have always shone there. But to keep its darkness contained, I am no longer foolish enough to hope. But I respect your dedication.
Thank you for all of your help. It's certainly been needed. Allow me to at least try to help you. I will stand up, step behind him, and just place my palm on the back of his head, and just start chanting a prayer to Heliod, as I would like to divine intervention to try and bring his sight back.
Okay.
Ooh.
Damn it!
Ooh, almost.
Close. Close.
As I believe it's 34 you need, isn't it?
34 was needed.
Ooh. So you begin chanting, and these motes of light swell around you. The clouds seem to thin but not fully part as the area that you're in brightens ever so slightly. As Heliod does take heed of what you're asking, but in an area so tainted by despair, by hopelessness, and the, for want of a better term, emotional sting of one of his priests turning his back on him, he doesn't really have the strength at this point, or at least, or the will to put that level of strength in.
Okay.
He doesn't take slights lightly, and the fact that Chrysos believed that Heliod turned his back on them and then just gave up may explain a lot as to a lot of the phenomenon going around here, including the fact that even though he's conducting and casting spells in the proper ways, no magic is happening.
Okay. But Dios still believes.
Yes. So it's very much recognising you, but there's environmental factors as well as Crethon's own lack of faith that is causing this block.
Okay. So, it's your hope got to die.
Yeah.
I'm going to make my way back to the inn after speaking with Crethon, and before I turn in for the night, I am going to burn through all of my remaining level 1 spell slots and purify some more water.
Okay.
Sweet.
Are you just making purified water?
Yeah,
Or are you
I'm
making
just
holy
making
water?
it. Not holy water, I'm
Okay,
just
just purifying.
purifying the inn's water to make it clean and drinkable rather than the
Okay.
pond scum crap that they're usually drinking.
Okay.
Just creating a little bit of good in the world.
Indeed. Bennett, is there anything you would like to do if you're back?
Dios go.
It's wandered off. Back to the inn.
Yeah, went back to the inn after having a conversation. So this priest here is an old blind man that was once a colleague of Dios, one of his previous mentors. So they have got a bit of history together, although he has lost a lot of his faith in all of the gods at this point because of all the hopeless, terrible things that have been happening to this village.
Is he interested in hearing about the works of whoever my god is? Sorry, I forgot his name. Erebus.
Unlikely, as Heliod and Erebus are rival gods and actively hate and antagonize each other. So
Then Bennett just goes,
you kind
okay,
of,
bye, and just
from
wanders off.
Erebus's point of view, you kind of want him to continue giving up on the gods because that means one less ally for Heliod.
Well, I kind of like just before walking away, I'll just say that should your god turn his back on you, there is always a place under the wing of Erebus. And then just walk off. To where I don't know.
Just
I'm gonna
around.
go and
Wastes.
I'm gonna go and slump on this L sofa over here.
fair.
Versus some
That's the hideout,
hay.
yeah. So, is there anything else anyone would like to do before taking a long rest?
Just want to very quickly talk to Tmolus. Or more talk at Tmolus on the way in.
Fair.
I just brandish in. And I look towards him. Does he still look mopey?
He's drunk and just sort of finding solace in the bottom of a pot of wine, which is getting few and far between with the amount of purified water that's in this place.
Foul spot over here. Killing the birds. I do agree, though, as it's disgraceful to see a warrior of Ankros drink. I walk over to him and I just put a tear into his cloak. I say, "You have fallen far, Tmolus. I will bring you the face of the Eater of Hope, and then you will understand your new god and your new king."
As you tear his cloak, he grabs you by whichever limb that he can get to first. Are you trying to start something?
You will call me by my correct title, Tmolus.
Let's see.
And I'm also going to use, actually... wait, does Pompous will work here, wouldn't it?
Have you changed over to Pompous, though?
I did, yeah. Yeah, I got rid of the
Okay.
thingy. I Pompous it up.
You
I
need to
knew
do
I
it
saved
again.
that for real. Yes.
Okay. So let's do the authority one first. No. So he does
Call me
need
champion.
He is forced to call you champion. How would you like to use Pompous?
I want him so effectively. I suppose I'm using it in a way to diffuse the situation. It was quite rude of me to tear his thing, but it's more. I want him to
Backpedal.
have. I want him in self-reflection, almost to sort of rebound to see me as such a charismatic, charming guy. That it's clear that I'm not the one who's been a douchebag here. It's clearly he has just lost his honor, and he deserves to have his cloak ripped.
Okay. Make a persuasion check. Contested by his insight, which I believe
I
is wisdom.
I'm rolling
so-
well in these things that.
He's rolling better.
He rolls better.
He just sort of looks at your pompous arrogance of the royals. Go fuck yourself, champion. You think that you, just because you're alive and not killed because you're a fucking gross scorpion champion. Disgusting. Get off me.
I don't think because I'm alive. I think because I have a scroll that proves it, and I storm off with my scroll that says that I'm definitely a royal.
He just slumps back in his chair and continues drinking.
Yeah. I'll give him the face.
Anybody else?
Yeah, that's all I wanted to do.
Well, that's what I was doing at least.
What would you like to
Oh
do
no.
as you sneak your way into the noble's home?
Well, a while ago, I whispered to say I'd use my
Yeah,
one use of invisibility to make sure no one can notice that I'm here.
Yeah, I spotted that.
Oops.
All right. I don't think letting him off on just being slightly robbed of his money is good enough.
Well, you didn't rob his money, you just took some of his magic items.
I took money.
How much money did you take?
I've got 400, mate.
Alright, you didn't tell me you took 400. Okay, so he's got 1600. I thought no one took any money.
It was the amount that I took before
Just the
we
two
actually...
power nerds who
Oh,
it
okay.
out.
Then yeah, that's fair.
But I think Farika would agree that he needs a more befitting punishment. As I'd like to apply conceited obsession.
You don't have it.
Oh,
It was put as replicatable on my sheet.
Because you could try and make some of it, but it's not something you could just sort of poof out of thin air because you're no longer infected with it.
Oh, right. Okay.
So you can sit down and spend a long rest trying to make it.
I mean, I don't need a rest, so I'd happily do that.
Okay. Let's see. Remind myself of conceited obsession.
The only thing in my disease collection
Okay.
section.
we accidentally healed you, wasn't it? We gave you a.
Yeah, it's when you're waterboarding him, yeah.
Yeah. Oops.
Okay. It would take up one of your toxins that you got from the shop.
I used the Sogeg gunk.
Not for this. In fact, I think
Okay.
specifically it would have to be the truth serum.
Well, okay, I'm fine with that.
And then I
Need it
need you
anyway.
to make a check using charisma based on your poisonous kit. Can't remember the name because it's your legendary poisonous kit.
God's sake.
Okay. Well, you've created something. You've got a vial of something. You're not entirely sure what it does. It's supposed to be conceited obsession, but you didn't really see it in transmittable form when you saw the Lamia affected by it. You just saw its effects more than anything else. So whether this is what a vial of conceited obsession looks like, you're not 100% sure. But you've definitely made something.
Would I be able to, just in case, make a second dose of it?
No. You've made enough. You've basically turned a vial of truth serum into a vial of conceited obsession. Asterisk.
Well, we'll find out what the fuck he's got when he wakes up.
Well, it'll take you the full 8 hours of your long rest to make it. So
I'm fine with that.
It's unless you're planning on sitting in here for that full 8 hours and hoping he doesn't wake up while you make it.
He's crazy. You'll be
I
fine.
have a home. I've got all the supplies I'll ever need.
Yeah, sure. You could attempt to use some of the toxins you didn't fully understand what they were to try and make something.
Yes.
Okay, give me
Don't even need to
another poisonous kit check. Okay. Mark down that you've made yourself a vial of unknown toxin. Oh, yeah, vial of unknown toxin. And we'll decide what it is when you use it.
I'm okay with
Because
this.
they'll be different from your experimental toxin specifically. as that's rolled on the table. You could use some of those toxins to make one of those as well if you want to. It's the supplies for that if you don't want to waste any Soga gunk.
Yeah, I might as well.
So you can go ahead and roll for that and mark down your additional.
More flesh eating.
More flesh eating. Always good. Flesh
How
eating's
many?
a good one. You can make one per rest that you take, whether it's short or long.
All right, I've got 2 now.
But they don't go off, so you just keep making them every time you rest and hope you use it.
Oh, I will at some point.
Dump them all on one person all at once and see what happens.
An amalgamation of something. It'll work, right?
Okay. So, while mad scientist Zolk is doing his thing, anyone else doing anything during their long rest?
Popping a few epithets over.
Okay.
How long did it take us to make the hole in the ground?
About 4 hours, but that was before actually the rest. So you'd have enough time to fully rest for the full 8 hours inside it.
No, it says he just has to be submerged for an
For
hour?
For 1 hour of his long rest, yeah.
1 hour a day.
Yes, 1 hour a day.
So after he's been submerged for a bit, at least an hour, can I ask Skuts if we can use the
Wrong button.
brain has gone dead,
Just call it a
the
sleeping bag
thing,
because it's got a
the
weird
sleeping
name.
bag, to get rid of his last point of exhaustion after the rest that he will be having?
For
I
sure.
do.
He can. Whoever's got the sleeping bag.
He
Or
will
I've
leave
got it.
some goo
think
in
you
there.
took
It
it.
may need cleaning afterwards.
That's
Can
right. I was gonna
you-
say maybe it would be better in Sogeg's backpack instead of.
I mean, you
Can
can put
use the
it
sleeping
in
bag
the.
underwater?
Oh no!
He
So
doesn't.
he's
need to
spending
sleep
an
in
hour
the
in there, and
water.
then there's 7 hours on land. So
Yeah.
he needs to spend an hour a day
Right.
fully submerged.
That's what I want to do. So I want to have him in the water for at least an hour, and then he can spend the rest of his time not in the water asleep.
It's up to you if you want to put the sleeping bag, keep the sleeping bag in Scuts' bag or on Sogeg's back. But yeah, you'll be fine to do that, and that would get rid of all of his levels of exhaustion. So he'd be back up to full
Yay.
health.
Nice.
No levels of exhaustion.
And he can use his thingy.
So
There's no levels of exhaustion.
I need, while everyone's having their long rest, I need everybody to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh god.
Oh crap, I have disadvantage on that.
I'm not terrible at these.
And I
Fantastic.
assume Neil does as well.
Neil does as well. Fantastic.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Oh, I don't know why it's at disadvantage. It should be on normal.
It'd
now.
still be the
Okay.
13 because it's the first one you rolled.
Pogeg isn't very wise, though. That's pretty wise. Oh, Pogeg's
Pretty
very
wise. Okay, so just because I want to be mean, it'll be Nadrin, Zolk, Skuts. Yeah, just you three. You gain a level of exhaustion by the morning. You just don't want to do anything. Nadrin, you wake up and start throwing up. You gain another level of exhaustion. Your hit points are halved as you are under the effect of swamp fever. The same disease that Neil had the previous day.
So my hit points are 14.
We'll might have to run over and give you a.
Is there somewhere to put a exhaustion thing down?
So for yourself, if you go to settings, there is a exhaustion tracker because it also tell you what it does as well, or how it affects you.
So the cog on your character sheet, far right hand box. It's about 2/3 of the way down.
What's right?
Mouse.
Make an L with your hand. It's the other
Oh,
one.
no.
I'm dyslexic.
Hang on, I found it now.
Surely you know what an L is.
I was going to say, dyslexia doesn't mean you don't know individual letters.
I get confused if I do that. I don't remember which way an L is. Yeah. I got 2.
Got it.
Okay.
Thank you.
So those that gained exhaustion for that, it's you're waking up and just feeling a little bit more hopeless, that little bit depressed.
Now I'm sick as
Crazy,
well.
I'm feeling great.
Yeah, Nadrin's also diseased. You did swim in swamp water the previous day, though, so. And
Mine
breathed
so I can contract
swamp
it.
water, so.
I might not be cursed, but I have woken up incredibly hungry, almost as if I had an endless gut.
You've not gone for endless.
I've gone for the endless gut. It also means I get all my hit dice back, because I get 2 back and
Yeah.
1 extra. I expect I'll need
I
them.
love it.
Gotta roll around in Nedrin's puke to try and get the disease.
I mean,
Yeah.
you could try and contract it in the same way she did, which is just drink some swamp water. But
Yeah, sure,
if you want to
cool.
roll around and puke, I mean, I'm not going to...
Please don't do this again.
No
You.
kink shame, but no kink shame, so...
Why not both?
What is it with you and puke? This is the second time.
That was the first thing I thought for that spell.
Ratto is hungry and puke is traditionally chunky.
Mm.
But I have a conceited obsession question mark to apply first.
So, morning's arrived. What would you all like to do to get ready before you head out towards the blood tree?
Psych ourselves up. I feel like Nadrin might need to be healed off her evil demons. Nadrin,
Yes.
I will heal you. But you must prove yourself. Don't worry. Everyone's done very well at this so far. I believe in you. I will even let your
Oh,
eel
God.
hound. I will let your eel hand stand in your place, as I wish a true battle of muscles.
This an arm wrestle.
It's an arm wrestle if you want to get healed. You want to be diseased, or do you not want to be diseased?
I don't want to be diseased. You said my eelhound can do it?
Yes, I'll allow Neil
It's pretty
to
swole.
stand in.
He really is pretty swole. Okay.
I look back and I give a wink to the group. Yeah, I'll let him.
I'll pat Sogeg on the shoulder and say, "Don't fuck this up," and I'll give him guidance.
Oh God!
So okay, you add a D4 to the roll, but I need you both to make
Sogeg just roid up.
athletics checks.
Because
Athletics plus D4 crit. Well, it's 1 crit. Come on, Neil. Come on, Neil.
Sure enough,
Ah,
he's still.
even with my help,
I look. I say, bested by the eel. I guess I have to heal our.
Did you notice
Brave companion.
the epithet you got for all of the arm wrestling?
Yes.
The athletic.
Yes. Tempted. I might
Scott,
start
did you say
using
you
that.
went for thirsty as well? You've dropped something for thirsty.
So at the moment I gore soaked red cap.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Of the headless gut.
If everyone could let me know what epithets they've got switched on.
I'm keeping the same 2, which was...
Seaboard and Omen Speaker.
Yes.
Okay.
Plague-ridden experimenter.
Plague-ridden experimenter.
sober and Godsworn, so I've stuck with the
Stick
same
into
2.
those ones. Okay. So okay, which one's on?
Oh, sorry, my ones.
Yeah.
Gore soaked red cap. The gore soaked and of the endless gut.
Okay. Scott's.
I will keep Calamity, and I will switch out to Thirsty.
Go for thirsty. Okay. I drink random shit, and it seems to keep working out for me. Epithet.
If everyone keeps chanting chug, it can't go wrong.
I do love that epithet, so I'm looking forward to that showing up. Bennett, I think you've only got the 2 anyway at the moment, so
Yeah, the Merciful and the Unseen.
yes.
Very nice.
The Unseen. Very fitting.
On
Yeah.
There's nobody seen me for 3 weeks.
Pretty much.
It's so mysterious. There's been a lot of deathly shenanigans going on. I think Bennett has been in the background pulling
Indeed.
strings.
Uh,
But I will use 5 lay on hands points to remove Nadrin's disease.
okay.
Yay,
That
I'm
includes
not
removing that
diseased.
level of exhaustion from it as well. And your hit points are still at half, but you can now heal back up to full if you have a way to.
Sweet. Okay.
I will give a hearty pat on the back, and I will give you an additional 5 hit points.
I mean, you should have 10
No
of
more.
the healing aloe vera if you want to rub that on it somewhere.
That's true as well.
19.
That's plenty for a spellcaster.
True.
Get one shot.
just keep Neil in front of you, considering how much more hit points he has.
Yes.
It's got triple mind.
So it might be aloe
Neil
vera.
has 90.
Yep, triple mind.
Neil's ridiculous.
Neil is ridiculous.
I poisoned the bear.
I was going to say, so let's finish up whatever the hell is going on with Zolk, and then I will let you start marching after the blood tree.
I'm hoping I'm catching him before he wakes up, so I can just shove this conceited obsession question mark
Well,
down his throat.
the door's still kicked in, so you can slip in all right. And sure enough, he is still very much asleep. Or at the very least, he is cowering in his bed.
Well, drink up, my friend. You earned it.
How are you going to make him drink it?
Is he asleep?
He is currently very much holding the covers over his head.
Oh, fucking hell.
He's being difficult.
He is being difficult. He's cold. His clothes got ripped up.
As if he doesn't have more.
Need my help again, I swear to God.
Oh, how are you going to... He's got to ingest the disease to be affected by it, so how is he going to ingest it? How are you inserting this disease inside him?
You know, I do have a dagger, apparently.
Yeah, most people do.
So, I'll just give him a good old prod with the dagger coated in whatever this is.
I
Oh,
mean,
Lord.
it's ingest, as in you need to drink or swallow it, rather than it's not not
Okay.
venom. But sure, you can stab him if you want to.
No, that's excessive.
Says the person that kidnapped a passed out satyr the previous session.
Yeah,
But
there
no,
are
stabbing the
lines we
corrupted
don't
evil
cross.
noble. No, that's far. That's too far.
There are lines we don't cross. So how this is going to be handled is he's going to jump up onto the end of the bed and just stare him down and try and intimidate him into following his orders.
Okay. Make an intimidation check as you. Well, nobody would be saying this, but the tiny Ratman Zolk climbs on top of this mountain of quilt cover and blanket covers of a quivering noble, and he shouts down. What are you shouting?
You must atone for your sins. Drink up.
I'm religious.
Too much time around deals, I think.
Yeah, he doesn't really do anything. He's very much staying as hidden as he can be. But you're also not entirely sure he's 100% there. He may have been a little bit traumatized.
Just tear away the blanket and pour it into his mouth and hope.
Okay, roll a d4 for me.
Oh, God.
Okay, you pour it into his mouth. You see him seize and turn purple.
Oh.
He did. He well dead.
Oh, I thought he just turned into a purple man.
Oops.
Oh,
As you gave him Farrak's cure.
America's cute.
I will let you have a look at Farrak's cure. It's a magic item that I put in recently, and it's essentially what I'm going to use for when you make random shit that I'm not sure what to do. And it's also based on a magic card, so that'll make you happy as well.
Why do I get the feeling that that the word cure is surrounded by bunny ears?
Well,
pretty sure it's a black card
Farrak
as well.
is
Isn't it?
the god of medicine and poison. She likes to do horrible things to people and then cure them, just so she can keep doing horrible things to them.
It can't be sick if you're dead.
Yeah, pretty
Cured.
much.
Oh,
True.
oh, it would have done something.
It
But
would
I
have
rolled
done
a 1.
something, But you rolled a 1.
So we have to put another corpse. A goddamn.
He
Snail.
did. He well did.
To fill you in a little, roll a d4. If you roll a 1, you suffer poison damage equal to your maximum hit points.
Oh,
He did.
oh, wow, ouch. I can't see from here, but I feel like there's a dead body. You should put them under the floorboards so no one sees it.
I mean, the other side is if you don't immediately die, you get a greater restoration.
Good be nice. That's very good.
Yeah, 25% chance of instant death for a greater restoration.
Take those odds every day.
Well,
Okay.
as Farrak is doing, it's her cure.
So
Either way, Farrakha wins.
yeah, indeed. You got to test out a new experimental elixir of some kind. Realised that it is a type of very evil death. Jot that down in your notebook.
Yep.
Okay.
Now let's
I now know how to make that, I guess.
Not quite. That's more what happens when you fuck something up.
I'm fine with this.
for a purpose. You
Asphodel's
fail your
in
tests.
the wrong
you'll be
place.
fine.
Asphodel needs to be a little bit more that way. Things around. Okay.
Blood tree ho.
So, you start making your way down towards the blood tree. And it is surprisingly easy to get there. There is, while you wander through this land of mist and swamp, you see the colour drain more and more out of the area. And this thick fog fill just everything. Until you get to, well, here. Well, you can barely see in front of your own face just because of the depth of the fog. The trees, they have well and truly died, and there is next to no colour at all except for yourselves. It almost feels like you are, you've stepped into a black and white film.
Okay. I'm just refreshing all my cool stuff.
So yeah, make
Yeah,
sure
breathe
you've
deep.
sorted out your hit points, sorted out all your abilities.
Made fun
got-
stuff instead.
I
I
just
mean,
need to pick my spells as well.
if you go without sleep for too long, Zolk, you will die. So that's a bit a pre-warning.
I'll just sleep the next this day. It's fine.
Take some power naps. Tuning in to my way of the blood sense, do I feel the presence of blood?
Can I do?
Perhaps not.
Specifically alive creatures, isn't it?
I believe it is, yes.
Can I?
Nothing.
Sorry. Can I do a spot of retconning?
Sure.
I wanted to do something while I was sleeping, well, during the rest. It's just to cast one spell that I did have a spell slot for. It's a second level spell. I'll whisper you what it is in a second, Alex.
Oh God.
But
Okay.
Everyone will notice that the pike that I normally carry around is wrapped in cloth. Just the the blade itself is just completely wrapped in cloth. It's not out.
All right.
Bennett ask why.
You'll see.
Keeping it safe.
Okay.
So I take it we didn't bring Francos.
You said you were
No.
leaving
Decided
him
not to
back
bring
because
it.
you were going to bring stuff back. 'Cause
Okay.
You didn't want to risk
We'll
him
bring the
dying,
stuff
didn't
to
you?
it.
I
We don't
mean,
want our friend to die.
you can bring Francos if you want.
It's up to everyone else.
Would not harm a hair on his head.
I don't want him to die. He's too precious.
Just shout out into the murky mists. Eater of hope, your end has come.
I'll let everyone to make a perception check, please.
Oh dear.
Oh, okay. So I need to.
Oh, I'm supposed to have disadvantage
Oh,
on
wow.
that.
Yeah, because of the exhaustion.
I forgot to click disadvantage, so there's my second one. I'm still seeing shit all either way.
Let's see. Actually, okay, good. You should be able to see
Oh, I
that.
don't like this place.
I've definitely admitted that a bit too far. That needed to be more of a size.
The
Was it
sun's
the
panic. Oh, thank God it's calmed down.
Did the lay of hands deal with your
That's
exhaustion,
definitely-
actually?
Hmm?
Did the lay on hands deal with your exhaustion, actually?
One of them.
One of them, not all of them.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That's
two.
not bad.
First level, the exhaustion's not that bad.
Is it
No.
actually really dark around it?
Yes.
Okay. I assume we're not trying to be stealthy in any way because, giant scorpion man.
And he just shouted.
Yeah, so
I can see that far.
I will unwrap
I'm still
the,
shouting as well.
I'll unwrap the blade of my pike, and to anyone who looks at it, it's on fire.
Beautiful.
How bright does it? So it's brightness of a torch.
Brightness of a torch.
So I think your light distance would stay the same because I think that's what I've given anybody that's not got dark vision emits light as if they've got a torch lit.
Yep.
So yeah, I need everyone to make a perception check, which you've already done. So it would be mostly just Scuds and Bennett that would spot this. But I think after one person's pointed it out, you can all find it. You see a creature perched atop a mountain of crystal, sort of poking out the top of this mist, and perched atop is this creature. Wrapped in a big crest of gold, as well as these sort of bands of very clear gold bangles all over him. And he's just sat, almost slouched on this sort of dais. Not so much a throne, but more of just a carved out platform. Just sort of. You can't really tell what he's doing or what it's doing. He's just sort of sat there.
Okay. So I'm just still trying to pick. I've got one spell I can prepare still. I don't know what I want.
Can I preemptively apply a poison to my axe?
You certainly can.
We're gonna go with the unknown one.
You're going with an unknown one. Okay.
Yep, I know which one I want. The classic guiding bolt.
Okay.
I'm going to armor bag of this myself.
I will use my
Get all your buffs
God-given
in.
ability to bless some people.
Right.
I am going to bless Scuts, Sogeg, and myself.
Okay.
Blessed right now.
Yeah, D4 to attacks and saving throws.
Your hashtag blessed.
Hashtag bless.
You
Sorry,
also
couldn't
emit
help myself.
sunlight, so I need to keep my distance.
Was hashtag blast a Tom Cardy reference?
I mean, I think it's just more of a Gen Z reference, but
There's a
Yeah.
there's a Tom Cardy video on YouTube which uses that hashtag
yeah,
blast.
just
It's funny.
yeah, kind of a
YouTube.
general.
What is a
term of
YouTube you speak
Gen
of,
Z.
Bennett?
Of the
You
young
sound
people
like
these days.
The
Future
YouTube
weapon.
it's familiar. It's similar to Face Space and My Book.
You speak of riddles, Bennett. You speak of things that sound like they're from the future. Who are you?
Dude,
Just a dude.
I think that
Looking for my rug.
I'm going to step forward and just point out the creature to Sogeg and just say, "Our quarry. Don't you think Mogis will be pleased with you if you slew this foul creature?"
I give a humble nod. At hearing the sound of Mogis, I just throw my arms in the air and just scream his name to the skies. I'm just constantly shouting out really obnoxiously Mogis over and over again.
So I'll start walking forward if no one else is going to lead the charge. If everyone else is going to be cowardly.
Uh,
More than ready to charge with
I
the
saw
sword.
something first and I'm a bit scared.
Oh god.
I heard of... Oh, there's a chasm. I'm leaping the chasm.
Okay,
Is it a chasm?
It's a river of frigid cold water.
Free.
Oh, can
Is
I
it
try and leap
clean
over
water,
the pretty cold water then?
It is not clean water, no.
Okay, then I will walk across the bridge, the fallen tree.
Okay, anyone walking across the fallen tree, I need an acrobatics or athletics check.
Athletics.
Anyone
This looks like
jumping,
water,
I need
but
the
if you go in
same.
and not be good.
But just tell me if you're doing something
Oh, I
different.
should have done the athletics feat. I gotta be real. Oh dear. Very scared. No.
The bridge thing.
So yeah,
What
athletics
was
or
it?
Dios
At
broke
bridge?
it straight there.
so yeah, to cross
Athletics
the
or
bridge, athletics or acrobatics. So strength or dexterity.
Acrobatics.
Very nice.
And he's gonna do that.
Okay, Scuds. I think your microphone's playing up a little bit, or at the very least, I think you've just got background noise. So.
If it's really bad, let me know.
Oh, no, I
They
think it was
came
more-
in and said I needed to turn the fans on, and I'm like, it's gonna be off for like another hour, but they turned it on anyway, so I will go turn it off for an
No,
hour.
you're
It's
alright.
not the end of the world.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Just more making
But
sure
that's
you're
why
still
it
there.
sounds weird. My carpet is drying. So an athletics check.
So athletics or acrobatics.
Okay.
And yeah,
we'll
make
do
sure
that.
that you've actually healed yourself as well.
Yeah. I was trying to remember. I missed where to add the exhaustion levels at.
So if you
Obviously
go
trying
to
to
the settings, the cog next to core bio and info.
Yeah.
It's a safe option from the bomb on the right side.
There you go. So there'll be a tick box that'll say show exhaustion tracker.
And it'll be below your hit dice and your death saves.
I am not seeing it.
For now, all it does
so
is...
show exhaustion tracker on. Okay. So on core, if you look above where your attacks are, it should have exhaustion level.
Okay. Awesome.
So just set that to 1 and it will show you what effect it has. There you go.
There we go. Okay. So I should have rolled with disadvantage on that.
So you'll be at disadvantage on this athletics check, yes.
Alright.
Okay. You all managed to make it across relatively okay. A couple slips here and there, but you do manage to take your time and not completely fall into the frigid water. So, as you approach, still sat atop its perch, the fiend calls out, "Godsworn, I could smell you. Come to kill me?"
Yeah.
It's just business.
Good.
So casual.
Come. It's been a while since anyone's actually given me a challenge. I'll show you how worthless the gods truly are.
I will take your skull, Eater of Hope, and it will adorn the throne of Mogis.
I would like everyone to roll initiative, please. So
Bit unhappily, actually. That was a 7. That wasn't good.
13.
Not great.
and then we'll just do.
I was kind of hoping that my streak of rolling well had run out then, actually. But
I knew as soon as we get into combat, my rolling would start being bad. It is Sogeg's way. Beautiful.
Okay. I need
I
to-
remember.
Yes, he is 0.
You've got the rest of Frankos' family in here. Aren't you glad you didn't bring him? He would have gotten all sad.
You would have.
Don't want Francos to be sad.
Okay.
Oh, dude.
Oh, dude, that's my bro, dude, and he's all dead and shit.
His bro was huge. My god.
So,
I
everyone's
feel like you
rolled.
can see further than
So, let me rearrange because I don't know why it's nothing. Okay,
Frankos for president.
Bennett, you are the first to react after the Eater of Hope has given you fighting words.
don't like going first.
And yet you've picked the character based on going first.
I know it was a big
You throw-
mistake.
A really long dagger.
What is the range on a bow?
A short bow,
Yeah,
6120, is it?
I believe.
yeah. Not gonna be within range,
8320.
Oh, damn.
That's pretty far, but obviously I have to be within 80 feet to get.
A normal hit.
Yeah,
It'll be disadvantage if it's any longer.
right. Okay, I'm not going to get too far ahead and leave the group behind.
Oh, how team player.
How kind.
Oh no, this is preservation. Right. Okay, I know it'll be a disadvantage, but I'm going to try and take a shot at it with me short bow.
Okay.
There's no. Oh wait, no. I do get something, don't I? Because it
So
hasn't
you
had
would
a turn yet.
you would normally, but I think because you're at disadvantage, you can't get sneak attack. If I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken, that's how
That's fine.
sneak attack works. That if you're attacking at disadvantage, you don't get. I might be wrong. I've never played a rogue, but I'm pretty sure that you need to at least be hitting neutrally.
I think
It also
sneak
knows
attack
quick,
you
yeah.
need advantage to get sneak attack.
No, you get it from advantage if an ally's nearby, or specifically if you're an assassin, if you go before they do in the initiative. But I'm sure in the actual definition of so what I'm basically going to say, you're not going to get sneak attack from this.
Okay. Am I still rolling with disadvantage then, or
You would be at disadvantage
would still be? Okay.
because of the distance. If you wanted to shoot something closer to you, you're welcome to. If you can see anything closer to you, but
Well, that's the
it
thing,
is
I can't-
quite
I can't see
quite
anything close to me.
misty at the moment. So
I can't see anything closer to
yeah,
me.
you've not got dark vision, so you don't really have a way to look through anything.
That explains things.
That's why Zolk, you can see really, really far because you've got superior dark vision, but you also have sunlight sensitivity. So, so the table's
See to
turned
about
now.
here.
I have some bad news for Zolk.
I can see to here.
Well, if you want to describe what you say, You're welcome to.
That's not
A
bad.
lot of stuff.
That's not bad. That hits. You managed to connect the bow into the Eater of
Good
Hope.
shot.
Well done. Good shot.
Did you say I can use bonus action to dash?
To dash, yes. Dash and
Right.
disengage because of cunning
Go
action.
right back where I started.
You coward.
And that's where I'm stopping. Hey,
Okay.
staying alive, mate. Staying
So
alive.
next we
True, true.
have these ones that can go up to 30. Okay. So they're going there. There, and then it's going to fire its short bow at...
No.
It's going to be at Zolk. And it's going to miss. Then we have you that can... Oh. I'll get off the ruler. Okay. And... Oh. Okay, then it's the Eater's turn. Who, it's just going to sit back and enjoy the show.
Respectable.
Nadrin. Well, as Magneto once said, in chess the pawns go first.
So, is it just because it's dark that we can't see, or is it the fog?
It's dark. There is
Okay.
no sunlight. There's no colour or anything in it. It's really grim to see. It is quite
Yeah,
foggy as
great.
well, but it's not like obscured fog. Just because of practicality, because having everybody heavily obscured is annoying as shit.
I mean, if it was fog, I was just gonna gust of wind.
True, that could work.
I have a thing that says that they have to be in a certain area. An ally has to be in a certain range
What for?
for me to attack anything.
Oh yes. So you have what's your
Where it was.
what was it? Tragic flaw.
Yes.
Do you remember what type of
there it is.
tragic flaw you had?
I gain disadvantage on attack rolls against creatures more than 30 foot away from an ally.
There you go. So the nearest creature is 35 feet. 35 feet. So yeah. So you'd have disadvantage against anything, pretty much.
Okay.
A lot of your spells are either automatic hits for magic missile or saving throws, so you don't really care about
True.
disadvantage.
True. Yeah, I will go for
I mean,
a
it kind of
magic-
ruins your spell sniper slightly. I mean, yeah, you can ignore cover, but if they're more than 30 feet away, you're always going to be at disadvantage, whether they're 30 feet or 300 feet.
So far, I found magic missile. Spell sniper pretty useful.
The ignoring cover is... I do try and remember cover, because it's easy to forget.
I'm not going to attack him, but I was just curious as to how far away he was.
I mean, you could always have Neil go first, running closer to one of these skeletons.
That's true.
And then he's close. You've got an ally within range, and then you're attacking normally. But that's if you want Neil to get close. You could start vomiting on things, which is always fun.
Yeah, I think he's going to move up a bit to about here. And
So yeah, it'd be within 30 feet of both of them. So
he is gonna try his guiding spittle.
he's gonna spit some guiding goo. Who's he guiding going?
He's gonna go for Is this one 30 foot away?
They're both 30 feet away.
Okay, I'll go for that one over there then.
Okay. Now, did you
Hope
set
I
it
get
up
this right.
let's find out. You did set it up right. Because it'd be +5 because it'd be plus his dex thing. So that would be 11 points of acid damage. Hell,
Wow,
okay.
that's good.
And it is now covered in radiant bioluminescent slime.
It has to make a dex saving throw.
Only when it moves.
Oh, okay.
So when it moves more
Oh,
than
right, yeah,
5
there it
feet,
is.
it might slip.
Okay.
Yeah, good hit.
Pretty solid.
It was not supposed to do a lot of damage with Skydy Spell, so that's why it's only a D4, but holy shit, okay.
And then I will now use... Neil, you're in the way.
So,
His character sheet was over the top of mine. Let's... Far away those from each other.
it'd be 15
How far-
feet, because you start from one token to the next, so 15 feet.
How far do they have to be away? Oh, okay. I am going to Chaos Bolt this one.
Okay. Make him chaotically bolted. So, that would connect. And what type of damage are you going to do? You'd be able to
Out
do
of-
either lightning or thunder. So,
Go for Thunder again.
going for thunder. So, once again, you unleash the raw might of chaos into this thing, and you just vibrate him apart. He's dead. He's not there anymore.
He did.
Okay.
Are you being blown away by the wind?
I won't be moved by the wind, but I'm gonna move here.
Okay. Dios.
Theos, seeing the undead approach as he gets that 1,000-yard stare of a
Yeah,
man
these are
that's...
proper undead.
Yeah, he's not best pleased to see these sorts of things because reasons. And he sort of snaps out of it, shakes his mane, rummages around in his pockets, and just snarls at them. Not today. And in his hand is a glass vial filled with the holy water he made earlier.
Okay.
He gives it a shake, and it starts to glow faintly with sunlight. And he just crushes the vial in his paw, and the light just sort of suffuses him as he casts protection from evil and good on himself.
Does it require holy water?
It does.
Oh, right, I didn't know that. So they, because as they're undead, they have disadvantage on attack roll. So, which are you protecting them from? Undead
All of them.
or fiends?
All of them.
It's one with. Is it all of them? Or I thought it was
All
you
of-
picked one of them.
All of the above.
Ah.
Yeah.
So
a great spell.
that's fair. Okay. For some reason I read
All
it
of the
actually.
above.
No, you're absolutely right.
Cleric bullshit. I am the willing
definitely
creature.
cleric bullshit. It's mainly because it's a certain type, so I'm like, oh, that means you have to pick one, but it doesn't say you have to pick one. So
And
you're
you need
absolutely right.
holy water or powdered silver and iron, which the spell consumes. I have holy water.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
And I am going to move away from Nadrin.
So, evilly good protected. So, what would be the most evil protected goodness?
The spanner.
Yeah, the spanner works. Just
Because,
because it's what
you
you
know-
keep throwing in my perfectly working machines.
I'm just going to move away from Nadrin, and then I'll just brace my pike, ready to accept the charge if one of these things wants to get close.
Okay. Zolk.
Well, it was nice of them to come closer. Oh, never mind. The one that was close enough died.
I mean, they can't hit you if they're further away from you. They can't come and kill you.
Yeah, but I also can't apply poison to them, so that's no fun.
I mean, it's up to your discretion whether you think poison is going to be all that useful against undead.
If you believe hard enough.
I don't think undead know, so
You
I'll
never
save
know.
the questionable poison for the eater itself.
You have already applied it, so
Pain.
so it will
I'll
affect
still give
whatever the
this one a
first
good
thing.
old whacking.
Okay, are you hitting it with your axe, the one that you
Yes.
put the poison on? So you'd be attacking at advantage because it is lit up. So you'd actually
okay.
be hitting with the natural 20.
Very nice.
Good thing it only had 2 hit points left. So
Good use of the crit.
good use of the crit.
Oh well.
As you just stride towards it, thinking, you know what, this poison is going to annihilate this thing, and you beat it into powder, thinking, yeah, the poison absolutely destroyed this skeleton.
Yes.
Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. So, Gag.
I will react back to the Eater of Hope. He says in chess, pawns go first, but I am a king.
Which means you've only moved
Charge.
one space.
More of a queen.
Yeah.
I am fabulous. Sogeg, even though he's proficient in dragon chess, he's not very good at it. As what I will do, however, is I'm very tempted to use my. You know what?
Do it.
It would be cheeky not to. I am going to use my Eldritch Maul for 1 minute. I have an extra 15
so
foot
that remind me that you've got the 15-foot reach.
a token that looks like reach, a boot.
Okay.
And I will poke this skeleton with my Zeiston.
Okay.
Have a poke at you.
Sure enough, you poke straight through the skeleton.
I get an extra hit point.
You get an extra hit point.
I just look over to the Eater of Hope. And I say, your minions supply me. They are mine now. And I'm going to throw my Pocket Snake. Whee! Pocket Snake, go. So Pogeg is going to be a little slitherer. And he's going to slither his way to this femur right here. This lay of the land. Wow, is Pogeg's sight supposed to be that terrible? It is, isn't it? It is.
I believe so. It's what is his sight? It's I'm pretty sure it's not good.
Oh yeah, he just has blind sight.
It's
10
literally
feet,
just
yeah.
10 feet of blind sight.
Pogeg just tastes the air. And he tastes no blood, so he'll go back to Sogeg.
So unless he's got a way to produce light, which I don't think he does.
No, he doesn't.
So all he's got, if he's going into darkness, is his blind sight.
He'll get back in my pocket. And that's my turn.
Okay. Scuds.
All right. She's going to charge forward with her buddy Sogeg.
Wise choice.
And there's nothing in reach, so I would like to rummage around in the good old pocket, and I'll bring out.
Oh, okay. Give me a moment. That's not what you pull out.
Oh, it's not.
No.
Uh-oh.
I am taking
That's obvious.
a granny moment as you pull out a small wooden jewellery box. Quite worn. You can see flecks of what you would know is paint. So everyone else, kind of questionable. And I will give you what you have just pulled out. Yeah, if you look under magic items, you should have your gift from Granny. You do find, as you open it, a small little letter written in a very familiar, oversized script. Or at least a little note of... maybe not so much a note, more of a childhood doodle that is still thrumming with magic.
Ooh. What am I looking for under the magical items?
Do you want me to let everyone else know what you've got?
Sure.
Nolzo's Marvelous Pigments.
Oh no.
They're
I don't wanna-
amazing.
This is
I
your
don't wanna
reward for the
throw
animation, because that animation's cool as shit, and I wanted to give you painting supplies because I wanted to give you the Roadrunner gags.
Aw.
But it was definitely going to have to come out of your shirt at some point, so I was just waiting for you to pull something, but you hadn't done it all session. I was like, okay, yeah, beginning of the combat, let's do it that way.
Oh, damn. Oh well, I'm not going to throw this. Ah, that's awesome. All right, she's gonna get really excited and kind of prance around a little bit next
So,
to
yeah.
Sogeg with this box.
I
of
see this
paint.
as Scott's childhood painting stuff that you were given this as a kid, and so for some reason the paint pots never seem to fully run out.
It's never a bad time to be nostalgic.
Yeah, definitely not when surrounded by a horde of undead and a big old demon. So that was your action, because obviously we were pulling
Yes.
something out. Any bonus actions?
Can I use a bonus action to paint a little heart on the back of Sogeg's armor there?
It depends on what type
I'm
of
kidding.
heart. You can paint a normal or a cartoon love heart, and again it would just flop out as a 3-dimensional pulsating but actual love heart, or you can paint a realistic heart and that'll flop out covered in blood, which I think Sogeg would also appreciate.
We'll save that for when I have time to do it justice. All right. She's just gonna tuck it in like the side of her loincloth next to her cooking utensils.
Okay, you got to find a way to store it reliably now. Okay, anything else?
No. Scuts is just a little gobsmacked by pulling
Yeah.
out such a precious item. So
Okay, it's
that is the end of her turn.
zombies, so they're going to start moving. Okay, then it's the Minotaur skeleton. Okay. That's going to get to there. And that's going to get to... And then we've got the ogres.
Yeah, that's a nice boulder. Ooh. These look spooky.
Okay, so we're a bit late, so it's up to you if you want to do another round or if you want to put a pause there, and we'll pick up this combat from next week.
Another round.
I could do a cheeky another round. Probably shouldn't, but I could.
So yeah, unless anyone's urgently needing to leave. Fantastic, that's what we like to hear.
That's the
Bennett,
silence of rage.
what would you like to do?
Right, well, seeing the army of the dead running at him, he is slightly worried, but he knows that this is his mission to strike death from the world. So,
Keep death where it belongs, in the dead place.
right, that puts me within 10 feet of that, which means I'm in range of my whip that I've just
you are
recently.
within range of the whip. and they are undead.
No, I was going to say something then, but it would be a bit meta, so I'm not going to.
Well, you are a agent of Erebus, so it depends on
Well,
what
no,
type of
it's-
meta.
Well, because I think I'm still technically within. Yeah, I'm in 10
Yeah.
feet of that one as well. But that one's in 5 feet of Zolk, so I was going to say, I'll attack that one because
you
we can
you
get
would
the sneak attack
you would
advantage,
get
but
sneak attack.
I would, but I don't know if
You're an
anybody's gonna
assassin.
allow it.
It's part of the way rogues work. So
No, okay, I will do
absolutely
that.
allow it.
Doing your best work.
Oh,
Oh, dear.
now I decide to fail.
Yeah, not the roll you want. You want the other side of the D20. Wow, you rolled as low as you possibly could on that.
I know. After
Impressive.
rolling so well all night.
That was because you called yourself out for metagaming.
Yeah.
Did you learn?
Yeah. Any bonus actions?
Yeah, to basically get the fuck out of there.
That's probably a good idea.
Hold on. No, I'll put myself there. Hide behind the big guy. And that's where I'm staying.
Okay. It is the Eater of Hope's turn. But again, it is just savouring the panic of these chosen champions of the gods that have come to try and slay him, and not expecting to fight a horde of undead.
Panic? There is no panic here.
Okay. Nadrin.
You're muted, Dana. Dana, you're muted.
Oh, I'm muted. I didn't realize. I'm sorry. I will
Disappointing.
let Neil go first.
Okay.
And being the good eel he is going to guiding spittle on this guy.
Okay. That will hit. So that is 7 points of acid damage, and he is lit up like a bioluminescent Christmas tree.
And I am going to. I've lost it. Where is it?
I'm still disappointed you didn't take volatile ooze, and you could have ran Neil in, and he would have exploded and killed everything.
I am gonna use Chaos Bolt on.
Okay. So you'd be at advantage because it has been hit by the guiding spittle.
Oh yeah. Boop. Advantage.
Okay, that is a hit. And you can choose between fire or thunder damage.
It likes giving me thunder, huh?
It certainly does.
Let's go for thunder again.
Okay, you hear the peal of rolling thunder as another bolt of this storm energy slams into the skeleton of a minotaur. Kind of sad when you think about the minotaur that you guys killed.
Oh. No. No, it's good. Deserved it.
I use my bonus action to just move myself over here. Back a bit, and that's me.
Okay. Dios.
Koki. I think it's time for buddy cop weapon.
Good weapon.
I mean, is it?
It's always time for buddy cop weapon. And I would like for it to appear right there.
Where do you want it?
Right there.
Okay.
In the midst of it all. And it's going to beat the snot out of that Minotaur.
Okay, you should be able to control it now.
Thank you. As soon as I find spiritual weapon on my character sheet. There it is. I should have a D4 on. Not that it makes a huge amount of difference.
Oh yeah, because it's you making the attack, isn't it?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it wouldn't make a difference.
Would it have advantage still or not?
Oh, actually, what is it attacking? Is it attacking the?
Spittled one.
Okay, then yes, it would have advantage.
Okay. I'll just make the roll again then.
Because essentially, it's been hit by fairy fire.
Ooh.
There you go.
And the same damage as well. That's helpful.
Okay, you asked for a helpful ability for Neil. I gave you 3 very different, very helpful abilities.
Certainly did.
Quite happy with my choice.
And the zombie that's...
I quite like the gooey cuddled one as well. The gooey cuddles was good.
They were all really good choices. It was hard to pick from.
Maybe I'll give you another one later.
Yay.
Yeah. And this zombie down here, I would like to have it make a dexterity saving throw, please, as I cast Sacred Flame. Yeah,
No.
that's a fail. 7 points of radiant
7
in
points
its face.
of radiant. Okay.
And then I'm going to shift back and away from these guys down here. That's it from me.
Okay. Zolk. How would you like to deal with the mess you're currently in?
Hopefully with quite a messy attack here. I'll spend my bonus action to apply the Hexblade's curse to the big Minotaur here,
Okay.
and I have advantage on attacking it. Yeah.
Yep.
Very and
Wow.
Okay. That does hit, thankfully, because it is only a skeleton.
and then it's undead, so I don't get anything.
It is definitely undead. It is a skeleton.
Yes.
Was that your messy way to get out of this?
Yeah, I'm just kind of stuck here.
Okay, fantastic. Sogag.
Just look around. Cowards. You flee from pathetic skeletons. Only Zulk and Skuts understand. I'm going to run here. Oh, sorry. Here, rather. And I'm just going to shout out to the Eater of Hope and really hope not to metagame it, but I'm 90% sure skeletons can be frightened. 90% sure. As I'll just yell out, face us yourselves. Your minions are nothing to us. And I'm going to use my thingamabob. I'm going to use good old Conquering Presence. All enemies within 30 feet of me need to make a wisdom saving throw or be frightened. It should be. Like everything I can see, basically. Whee!
Okay. I think they're all rough. Yeah, they're all the same wisdom save, so I'll just keep rolling on the same one rather than finding a million different ones.
Yes.
Okay. So that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Okay. Do you know what the saving throw is supposed to be?
It'll be 12. It'll be a 12.
Okay. So the 2 nearest to you don't give a shit. The ones on the other side of the bone that's hard to cross are frightened of you.
Fear me.
Okay.
And then, as a bonus action, unfortunately, I don't have that many bonus actions that are really that useful. As Sogeg ponders his potentials. No, he will just sit behind his great Hoplus, shielded from the great creatures, as Pogeg is going to pounce on this little zombie. And Pogeg is going to do Pogeg things. Eat, my pretty, eat.
Okay. Both of those hit.
Throw some dirt in his eyes.
So that will be. Okay. Still very much alive. Oh, undead. Animated.
Yeah, he's got dirt in his eyes, though.
That is true.
It can do nothing.
It is dirty.
As that is my turn.
Okay, Scuts.
Alrighty. Scott's feeling very sportsly with her buddy here. She's going to dash up in the face of this big guy because she's like, you know, he's got the little guy, you know, I'm gonna show off.
So you
So,
wouldn't
like-
really be able to get to him unless you walked past the zombie, which would get an attack of opportunity against you.
Yeah, he can go for it.
Okay.
Try me.
It's when it does like 50 d20 damage.
Yeah, it's not. It's.
Oh, that's all right.
Okay. But that has used the playing dirty up, so.
Respect.
Alright, so I take 3.
No, you don't.
No.
Because
Oh,
it got a
okay.
6. So unless your AC
Alright.
is 6.
No, I missed that. I thought it got it. Never mind.
Also, you're a touch close. You're currently inside the space of the ogre, so you need to go back one.
Oh,
Too close and
oops.
personal.
Yeah, sorry. I wanted to crawl into the wound in the middle of his abdomen. I'm getting
Gooey.
some like very cozy vibes. All right. So now that sorry, so gay. I'm gonna go into
Go
a
on.
rage.
Go into a rage. Let's see what happens.
No, if I get damaged, bad things happen.
Who knows?
She's gonna look over her shoulder and just be like, "Watch this, bro."
I give a butt chin nod. Oh.
For fuck's sake. Right, okay. So first of all, I need to change your lighting to emitting
That's amazing.
30 foot, 30 foot.
Looked
Okay,
after
there
all.
we go.
My eyes.
And yeah, any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of you, so that would be, including allies, if they end too close to you, they will be blinded. No save, they just are blinded.
Bloody hell.
You are too bright. So, you are raging. What would you like to do while raging?
I would like to recklessly attack with the good old granny stick. Nostalgic after pulling out the paint pot.
Okay.
Just gonna go straight for.
Mickey smash.
Oh,
Should be at advantage. Don't forget.
I was gonna say, yeah, advantage, and I didn't add my rage damage either. There we go.
Okay. So it would be 16 damage.
Nice.
Not bad. Sorry, it says 69 health. So.
Nice.
Okay. Anything else?
I think that's it.
Okay. Well, it is the zombie's turn. So we'll go for the zombie that's going to take a paw at Pogeg
Rude.
for 4
Oh,
bludgeoning
wow.
damage.
That is a hit.
This one is going to make its run to there and end up its turn blinded. It's going to there. This one's going to try around, but it'll get to there. And we've got the zombie that's going to try and slap Zolk. Nope. And then this one that is going to get to there, and also slap Zolk.
You got this, Zolk.
18, doing 6 bludgeoning damage.
One moment.
Frontline tank, Zolk. Ooh.
Okay, well, does adding 5 to your AC block an 18?
Yes.
I'm sure that was a good use of one of your 2 spells.
Yes.
You've got to show sign of dominance sometimes, you know.
Well, it's the Minotaur Skeleton's turn. So this one is going to use its big fuck off equivalent to a granny stick. I think it's going to go for Zolk.
Cheap.
A 24 to hit. Doing
As
Might
a
hit.
reaction, I would like to use my Thassa's Devotee on him.
Okay. Remind me again how we worded that.
Grant the ally 10 temporary hit points if the attack hits and reduces the temporary hit points to 0. Each creature within 5 feet takes 2d8 cold damage.
Okay.
Ooh.
So
I'll take
Zolk,
5.
you'd take 5 damage,
Nice.
and everything else would. Nazri, if you'd like to roll 2d8. Everything else would take 8 points of cold damage. As you summon a wave to protect him, it still managed to cut through it a bit, but the splashing wave then ruined everybody else. How many times do you get to do that? Is that once per short rest, or did it proficiency based?
Equal to proficiency
Okay, so
bonus.
you've got
so
one
I've
more
got
use
2.
of it. Okay. Oh, Zolk's getting his hiss on. So next is the other Minotaur skeleton, who's going to step forward and go after Neil.
Not Neil.
Actually, it has gone. I think it's going to full on charge. So. Ooh, does a 12 hit?
I think it does not. Nope.
It does
AC
not.
14.
So it bends down and charges forward, but Neil just too slippery. As he
He
manages
is
to
sleepy
get
little
out of the
boy.
way. Okay.
Nice.
Then we have the ogre zombies. This ogre zombie is going to try and hit Scott's back with its big old stick.
Granny stick off.
A 17 to hit, doing 20 points of bludgeoning damage. You are raging, so it would be 10. But it rolled. That's the maximum it could roll. It did.
Good roll.
It was a good roll.
Oh shoot! It didn't unmute.
Didn't unmute.
I have searing blood.
You have got searing blood. That would bounce some fire
Sorry,
damage back to it. But it would also burn Sogeg and the zombie. So, first of all, you'd take 10 points of damage, because, again, you would halve that, unless... Yeah, that's still higher than your AC.
Yeah, okay.
And then, remind me again of what searing blood does.
Once consumed, you gain resistance to fire damage. In addition, when you are dealt bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing damage, all creatures within 5 feet of you take 5 fire damage.
Oh, it's just flat 5. Okay, fantastic.
Yeah.
So...
You take 5 cold damage back.
Oh god, yeah, you would do.
I've got Aragathis on.
Just exchanging a little bit of, like...
Flame off.
Yeah. So
brotherly damage
Scots,
thing,
you'd take the
alright.
10 points of damage from the ogre, 5 points from Sogeg's cold, but Sogeg thing. Sogeg, I need you to make.
Wisdom saving
I
throw.
believe it's a wisdom saving throw. Yes.
DC 15. As you see Sogeg's eyes burn blood red
Uh-oh.
as I go into a rage. Oh no.
Oh no.
I was going to heal you.
Oh no.
I'm so sorry.
I am merciless.
Anytime someone does damage, there's a chance of him just going around and murdering things. Anything. Just whatever's nearest to him. Which at the moment is either Pogeg or Skats.
Oh no.
Run away.
But
Whee!
he is at disadvantage from attacking people too close to him, so it's not so bad. Potentially.
Although I've taken the no, I'm not. Well, I'm at normal because I've been damaged as well. Which means
yes,
I
it
get
would counter
advantage
up.
on
Yeah, it would
next.
counter up.
Yeah.
So...
Not that I'm trying to hurt people.
So that ogre is blinded while it is there, so you'd be able to beat up a little bit better, because of course it fucking is. And then this one is going to also get its sprint on. Okay, we'll definitely wrap it up there.
Exciting.
So yeah, this is the first big boss fight. So.
Oh, one sec. I was blessed, so I got an extra 3 on that wisdom saving throw.
Almost.
Close.
Okay, so let's do the end of session wrap up. I've reworded a couple of these just so they're clearer for what they are, but for the most part they've stayed the same. So, piety. Everyone gets a point of piety just for being here. I've done good things for your gods. Did you complete your minor divine agenda? So, for Nadrin, yes, you definitely kept your darling Neil safe at all costs.
I did.
For Skuts, I'm going to say yes for this one. Because of getting and convincing Frankos about the joys of salt.
Yes.
Definitely for Zolk, as you've definitely enhanced the plagues that little village is currently being affected by.
You evil little shit.
Helped in a way.
Ongoing for Sogeg. I'll give it to Dios because the Ally of Dread did lead you to the Eater of Hope. You just need to make it murdered to actually get these points now.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
And then Bennett's one, yours is still ongoing.
What is?
Very suspicious.
Did you expand your god's influence in the world in a concrete way? Definitely a point for Zolk. I think, yeah, just Zolk. I don't think anybody else did anything that was incredibly pushing of their god. I will give a point to Sogeg for diminishing the influence of a rival god, for continuing to start shit with the champion of IRS.
Iris ain't shit.
Did you perform a successful divine intervention? No, but you certainly tried.
One day.
Almost.
Very close.
Story points. Did you attend the session? Yes, you did. Well done. You got stories for just being here.
Thank you.
Did you overcome a great challenge using violent or non-violent means? You're currently in the middle of a great challenge, so that's going to be a no for now. Did you make a significant discovery or unearth some lost history? You learned about the blood tray and discovered the location of the Eater of Hope, so yes, I'll give you that one. Did you perform an act worthy of a new epithet? Okay, whose epithets? Who am I going to give epithets to today? So, Zolk, Sogeg, who else? I think probably Bennett for that critical hit he got, because that was good. just stepping in after 3 weeks away and just ending that combat very quickly. Yeah, I think that's for now. So you three get another point of story, and no one performed any will of the people checks. And loyalty. So this is for Pogeg and Neil. So they get a point of loyalty just because you played today. Did you fight together as one? You both get a point. Did you sacrifice something for the good of your companion? I'm going to say no. Actually, no, I'm going to give a point to Neil on that one because you did go and sacrifice your downtime just to dig him a hole to sleep in. Did your companion perform an incredible action? Giving that to Pogeg for swallowing a bandit whole.
Beat a dude.
And did your companion remain in good health? You both get a point for that one because neither of them really took any damage.
Sweet.
Neil did win another arm wrestling match.
You did. True, actually, yeah, I will give him a point. Then again, he's got a 19 in strength. He should be winning arm wrestling matches. And Sogeg, I don't think, has won a single arm wrestling match. So actually, no, I'm not going to give him for that one. It'll be.
Didn't think so.
Fair, it's fair.
You need to get better at your arm wrestling, man.
Really do.
Really
I'm so grinding it out.
It's a problem when the rat can beat you and strength is his dump stat.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, it would be real embarrassing if you finally got to arm wrestle Granny and, lost.
Should rip your arm off.
I will not let that happen.
You need to show her how cool you are. Can't let me down.
Okay,
Here's
so
my cool trick.
hopefully that was a fun one. You've got some more new magic items to fuck about with. One of which was very much inspired. Oh yeah, I didn't actually give you the the bag of the moment. There we go. I don't know why that had been taken off. That's inspired by the hidden stash from Alien.
I love the bag of
Best thing ever.
It's literally you can just summon an item worth 50 gold pieces or less once per session, specifically per session, just because of how much I love that ability in Alien.
Yeah.
I'm going to spawn so many javelins with this.
And I love game mothering with it in it because it just adds
It's just
so much. It's fun.
weird.
I'm tempted to give it to one of the characters in the pre-written.
Oh, absolutely. It is just a great source of creativity, without a doubt. So, all right, on that point, thank you everyone for playing. Thank you everyone who's been watching along for watching along. And yeah, we'll see you at the same time next week.
See you all next week.
Exactly. That wraps up another Thursday in Theros. Great game as always, and everybody take care, have a good one, and we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.